Another momentary relapse of serotonin, but I see it from your side. I can't count it on my fingers, all the times you let me down. Say your piece and let it linger, let the words dry out your mouth. I can feel the emotion when I walk into the room and you got me in focus, but the camera just don't zoom close enough to see the dirty details. You never gave a damn about the way that I feel. You live a double life, won't kiss and tell. Yeah, it's never been your style.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of Nerdy Live in the Morning, the best morning show and commentary because we're the only ones doing it now. How are we all doing today? We got Roar in chat. We got Kicking the Swede. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I am. It's my day off, you know. So happy to be rid of the 9 to 5 for just a little bit to talk about some lovely internet stories. First off, unfortunately, we do have some sad news. So, within the span of 2 days, we lost 2 icons in entertainment. We lost Dolly Parton and we lost Tim Curry. Now, Dolly Parton, wonderful country musician, transcends country music. Not in that she did other genres, but like everyone outside of country music loves Dolly Parton. Tim Curry, an iconic actor, was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, was in Home Alone 2. He did several voice-over works such as the Ferngullies. And like he was also what was that one like nature movie? He played like Toxic Fumes. I kid you not, it was great. He did great in that. Oh, and Hannah will be lurking as well. Morning to Hannah. The Metal Gear Solid Remaster Collection Volume 2 is coming out now. Is out now. Oh, okay. That's sweet. I think it sucked that it took them so long to come out with Volume 2. Absolutely. But yeah, it's unfortunate that we lost both of them. Rest in peace to both of them. They were iconic people. I loved seeing them. Because, like, the Dolly she wasn't, like, an actor. But she would guest star in a couple of things. She was on an episode of the Magic School Bus. I remember seeing her in, guest starring in Reba's sitcom for a bit. And to talk about, like, some other nerd-related stuff. Man of Tomorrow has officially wrapped filming. And it will come out in July 9th, 2027. And I'm excited for this because it looks like we're getting some Blue Beetle action here. It looks like we're going to be dealing with Brainiac. I'm excited for that. And then, guys, I just want to watch this real quick. The new Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee Remastered trailer. Oh, and a demo's coming in October? Oh, you know I'm going to play the shit out of that. First off, the game looks fucking amazing. The model, like, the updated models and everything look amazing. The backgrounds, mwah. And it's all $30, by the way. I hope to God they didn't use AI. But yeah, like 30, like this game's gonna be first off $30. Nerdy is live, the second best morning show. Hold on, good sir. Hold on, Wookie. We're about to have some words. Second best. Second best. Who do you think is the best? It better not be Lol Cow Cafe. It better not be Lol Cow Cafe. Oh, also you're enjoying the Lantern show? Dude, the hate surrounding the Lantern so far is insane to me. Like, people are unironically saying that the Ryan Reynolds movie, which everyone who's a part of that movie hates. Everyone who is in that movie hates it. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. I really am. The full game's gonna come out in November, and then it's going to have the demo out in October. I'm excited for this. I'll be busy with Castlevania game and Final Fantasy. Oh, that's right. The new Castlevania game's also coming out. I'm excited for that too. Oh yeah, I'm starting to stream soon. Already claiming #1 spot. You can't do that. No. I'm at the second episode. Didn't continue. The 2016 timeline is my only criticism. Okay. Didn't it continue to 2026 timeline? Well, I think obviously I think the show is centered it's centered around like the whole mystery between like what happened to Hal, right? So I'm sure like the whole reason why they're doing the 2016 timeline to begin with is to showcase like what happened with him. And so this is just a small side thing I wanted to show real quick. So anybody remember that ant dude who was like part of like the whole like Otterly Noah controversy? Like this dude was like heavily defending Otterly Noah, was saying that that he would like look over Noah's scripts to make sure he wasn't plagiarizing people, right? Well, Ace Howler, I'm guessing, is going to be working on a video about him soon, or it probably has already released. But I just thought this was an interesting little snippet of his video I wanted to show.
Handy dandy guide for you to watch in order to determine whether or not someone is a grifter or just bad at their job. But what is a grifter? What is the grift?
I just say shit, man. I just say shit.
I just say shit. I just say shit.
That's it. Sometimes people listen, sometimes they don't. I just say shit.
Anyway, Benjamin, if you want to join the Patreon, but you don't have a credit card, what you should do is you should buy yourself a Visa gift card at a store. I'm joking mostly, but I'm actually not really joking. If Bonanza was already out, famous chatter was there. I don't remember why. Have I reached peak YouTuber status when my chatters begin to appear in my dream?
I just want to let you know.
Yeah, the context surrounding that whole thing, apparently that streamer is saying that to a child. Wild to me.
This is
Wookie, did you just, I remember their punchable face.
going up on Twitter. I'm posting all of this on Twitter. You're gonna get.
Oh yeah, this is the Birdman. The Birdman's like, I'm gonna post this all over Twitter because you won't give me free pizza.
Whatever. I got the whole thing. Because you're sitting here bullshitting me. This is the dude that's bullshitting. Yeah, go ahead, run away.
By the way, that's probably a teenager he's yelling at, and like, the Birdman is at least in his 30s. At least in his 30s. And the dude's like trying to like flex his clout on some fucking teenager that works at Domino's. Like, I'm sure that makes you feel like a big fucking man, dude. I'm sure. I'm sure, man. Oh yeah, I gotta reply to a tweet that I'm using. Oh. Anyway, this is So chat, should we go over the Edwin stuff now, or would you rather me go over some of our smaller topics first? Because We got several things. We have the quartering. We have Rob's Media's new video. And then we have some snippets about the Edwin stuff. Personally, the quartering thing, it's kind of heavy. The Edwin stuff, I feel like we can all have a good laugh at. Before we decide, though, hang on, gotta crack open. Oh, yeah, crack open energy drink. What I'm drinking today is a Red Bull. It's the iced vanilla berry flavor. Yes, that sounds super white girl and probably is, but god damn it is a delicious flavor. It's a delicious fucking flavor. And we'll do a little poll real quick. Let's see. Edwin or quartering? I'll give you guys a second to decide which one we should start off with. Let's see. We got one vote for the quartering. One vote for the quartering so far. Oh, now we got a 50-50 split between him and Edwin. One more vote could decide the fate of this live stream. Oh, it's actually neck and neck. Neck and neck. I am the deciding factor, actually. You know what? Let's go with Edwin. We'll save the other stuff for later on in the live stream. I at the very least want to make sure I get the main topic out of the way. You know, we all have some laughs and some giggles. So, but before we go over Edwin's video itself, I do want to highlight some shit. First off, tweet by Hannah. Look at what this shit says. Heal with Edwin. I am now offering one-on-one sessions that offer guidance and meet you where you are. Together, we explore the corners of your mind that may have been overlooked, helping you process emotions, gain clarity, and connect with your higher self. Every session moves at your pace, ensuring that you feel seen and understood. This is the space to pause and talk about the time to care for you. No pressure or obligation. Email me if you are interested with what you are struggling with or like to improve or would like to improve to see where we are going through. Oh my. This guy's a fuckboy. He's a fuckboy. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, we'll get into it. But this dude's a fuckboy. Edwin just likes to use like the appearance of caring about women just to get into their pants. We'll see it later on in the video with the whole Mama Mac situation and the victims involving that. And then here's one of his latest posts. And of course, yes, I tweeted out about this. The amount of women that still thirst for this guy. The top comment. I literally went, hey, when I saw your smile. Love some overly familiar parasocial connections. Happy New Year and be well. I love healing and authenticity. Happy New Year. I love the new hair color. Ooh, what kind of tattoo are you gonna get? Happy New Year. And then we have actually Broken Optics, fantastic artist. It's boy band philosophy. A guy who's not threatening but has something about them that seems wild and possibly dangerous, but they can take them in a fight. I don't know. He's just a fuckboy. Edwin's a fuckboy. He's slimy. He's like the male feminist archetype where he pretends to care about women. And then women just love to give him attention. I need to build up a parasocial fan base like that, so that way I can shield myself from all criticisms. Any and all criticisms, just shield them from me. But with all that out of the way, let's start the Edwin Generations watch party, shall we? Let's start it. Video is done by the great content creator Toastify. Let's get started.
Online longevity is a difficult thing to maintain. It's hard to say it, but your favorite YouTubers are not going to be around in 10, 15, 20 years. If their video schedule isn't cut short by something serious, they'll fade out.
Oh, dude, and that's the most that's the most depressing thing. Like, if your favorite content creator as a kid doesn't get canceled, eventually, through no fault of their own or your fault, they'll just fade away into obscurity. And then you might not hear from them again for like 2 years until randomly one of their videos gets recommended to you again.
Out, either from public activity or your memory. People change and move on, it's a natural thing in life. And anyone who's been a one-hit wonder will know that feeling more than most. 10 years ago, Edwin Costa was once one of those one-hit wonders. After a few of his comedic skits did well, he found a place inside the YouTube vlogosphere. But that place faded when his best and most valuable friend cast him out. It was only through a rugged defense that he managed to keep his new livelihood. In the following years, he would carve his own path into a beacon of serious allegations and mature discussion. Yet, when Edwin fell out with that new audience, he escaped to his new friends in the commentary community.
And that's where I mostly knew him from. Like, I never really watched his content. I always thought he was, like, I'll be honest, I thought he was kind of boring for my taste. Everyone talks about how, Edwin was the chill guy. He was the chill guy everyone went to. For me, the chill guy in that group was Tipster for the most part. Say what you will about Tipster, I think, especially at the height of his popularity, I think he was seen as, like, the more laid-back gamer news guy, you know? And that appealed to me more than, like, the alt e-boy cares about your feelings type. I'm sorry.
But when you ask about Edwin today, his main channel hasn't seen an upload in 3 years. Speak to his former friends, and they'll explain how they hate him or they awkwardly shuffled away. Look to his second channel, and there's a bunch of niche live streams, and a vague notion of some sort of allegation against him. All this leaves you asking, what the hell happened to...
He also has a third and a fourth channel. He has one called Edwin's Journal, which he posted a video on there like last month. And then he has one called Edwin Unscripted. I haven't seen if he's posted on there, but like he has like 2 additional channels outside of the 2 we've most known him for.
Edwin's generation.
And maybe more, honestly.
Edwin Costa has spent most of his life living in Arizona, as you can tell from his first available video, counter-protesting a homophobic protest in his local area.
Hey guys, it's Edwin, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I went to a picketing last weekend at my old high school, Desert Mountain, and it's actually a protest against gays, you know, planned by a little website called God Hates. And I guess the website is very little. Then again, what else can you expect? It's 2009, people, get with the times.
Oh god, 2009. This man's old. He's an old man. Old man. Hey Kanga, how you doing? How you doing, Kanga? Dude, 2009. I was 7. I was 7 years old in 2009.
Stop with the haterade. Oh.
Born in Mexico in 1989, Edwin's family moved across to
God damn it, he's illegal. Edwin's Generations and illegal. Guys, we need to contact ICE. Sit man. Listen here, buddy. I know you part of them ice boys. I need you to go Arizona and get this illegal out of here. For anyone who's going to be triggered by that, this is a joke. That is a joke. I need to clarify that. That is a joke.
To America when he was quite young. He would have been in high school when he first started his YouTube channel all the way back in 2006. Growing up, the early internet had an impact on Edwin's youth. You can tell from his videos, his humor, even his hair, that he was into that 2000s scene culture. During his childhood, Edwin's favorite show was Dragon Ball Z, and that interest would give him his first idea of online.
Okay. Edwin, this is the one time we'll meet across the fence. And I'll agree with you. Dragon Ball Z, goated show. However, you still did what you did.
Fame. In August 2009, Edwin posted Goku vs. Goku in real life, a video with shoddy effects and Edwin quote-unquote fighting another Goku cosplayer. The video was never made to go viral as all videos were back in 2009, but it would end up getting over 1 million views.
So, who do you claim yourself?
Oh god, this was his like first bit of fame right here. God damn.
To be
Goku.
Goku. He claims to be Goku. Can you believe that? Can you believe? Oh.
Look for me. Look for me.
Oh, I don't see anything out. I have 37 subscribers. Let's get it on.
What is this MS Paint ass bullshit?
Hold on, turn it up.
What?
I'm feeling the cringe radiating. I'm feeling the cringe.
Whilst we're on the topic of influence and inspiration, Edwin took notes from the likes of Shane Dawson for his content. And if
That's a yikes. That's a yikes for me, dog.
If you know anything about Shane Dawson's old content, you'll know that it hasn't aged like the finest of wines. Whilst Edwin's main
Oh god, we're gonna see Edwin in blackface? Please, for the love of God, tell me we're about to see Edwin in blackface. I'm going to laugh my ass off.
channel uploads for 2009 are either sparse or deleted, that wasn't his focus. Instead, it was on Cinco de Vloggo, a collaborative comedy channel of edgy jokes and gross-out humor. Time has forgotten most of this roster, but the most notable and surprising person on here is Andy Warski, of all people.
No fucking way. No fucking way. Andy Warski and Edwin Generations had a channel. I mean, I know it's more of a collaboration channel between a ton of people, but Edwin Generation and Andy Warski had a channel that they posted on together. That's funny. Poor Andy. He probably doesn't even remember this.
It is fascinating to see a T channel next to someone who would become a regular in right-wing internet blood sports and the current host of the Kino Casino. Although
Great show, by the way, Kino Casino. Go watch.
Honestly, I could also see Edwin lighting his nipples on fire considering what he was posting around this time.
What the? Sex with a... Oh my god, that's not... Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we're screenshotting that. What the fuck, Edwin? I get that this is 2009, but what the fuck, man? It's fucked up. I thought you were an ally.
I'm
Excited for another
Tuesday with Edwin's Generation.
What the fudge? How did you get in my computer? Friggin' hackers!
So what's this week's topic?
Oh god, this is very 2000. This is very 2009 internet comedy skit here. It's like, whoa, they got into my computer and now I guess we got a collab. That was a lot of like the angry reviewer type of crossovers where they're just like, whoa, you infiltrated my computer. Screenshot for Nerdiest. God, no, fuck no. There are a lot more attractive trans women that there are a lot more attractive trans women that I look at. Also, I don't save that shit. You look it up, you use it for 2 minutes, you're done. Goddamn.
Halloween?
No, it's not Halloween. I don't know why, but it's actually impersonations, and I'm doing Shane Dawson. I mean Leo.
But Leo's black.
Oh, are we about to see it? We about to see Edwin in blackface? For the love of God, please tell me we're about to see that.
Don't you think I thought about that?
I'm black.
Okay, he didn't do blackface. Looks like he did blueface here.
You're blue.
I said I'm black.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? Do you think he looks back on these and goes, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done these"? Do you think he thinks about that?
Did he just come?
The fuck am I?
You came early.
Did he give himself a mole? I'm feeling the cringe rating off of this.
Oh. So yeah, I was kind of busy last week trying to find a place to bury that Edwin-looking. She should be happy I lasted 4.
God damn, man! What the fuck? What the fuck? I just sat down.
minutes.
In shocking and very surprising
Oh my God, Edwin was Asian the entire time.
news, the Cinco de Vlogger channel never really took off. It had this period of consistency in late 2009 to the first half of 2010. Over the months, everyone involved got very busy with other projects or real-life work. Edwin was kind of the last man standing.
Cinco de Vlogger was really like my baby, you know. Every Monday I have to take care of it, you know. We all switch it back and forth. There's a certain vibe that goes in when I make the YouTube videos on this channel that I really just enjoy, and it sucks that I have to let it go, because even though I make channels every week on Famous Edwin, it's not the same, like, kind of concept.
But the ending of one era often builds a
Clearly for an early teen. Yeah.
foundations for the next. Whilst running Cinco de Vlogo, Edwin met another young creator known as Vincent Sear, who had done well making comedy skits and parodies with his friend Onision. Sear's quality
No, please God, no.
was impressive, but after all, he'd gone into college for acting and filmmaking. Edwin, meanwhile, wasn't predicting to make this a career. This wasn't meant to be anything more than your archetypal, quirky internet blogger.
What would I want to be when I grow up? Well, if I don't get to be a famous video actor, famous director, YouTube... No, not YouTube. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Then I want to be a singer, but that probably won't work out either. Let's see, what else? Oh, I want to be a psychologist. That's what I'm actually...
Just saying. You know, maybe he made his dreams come true, chat. Let that be a lesson to you, okay? Let Edwin Generations be a lesson to everyone. No matter what happens to you in life, you can achieve your dreams. All right, let that be said. Let that be said, chat. Let Edwin Generations be an inspiration to you.
going to school for, because it's the most realistic goal, I feel like, even though it takes a lot of school and a lot of money. So
in reality, that psychology degree wasn't coming any quicker, and as long as that was going on, Edwin was stuck in his dead-end job at the Cold Stone ice cream parlors. Customers threatened to strangle him. He even got robbed whilst working there. The internet would become a venting place for Edwin. His second channel, Famous Edwin, was an outlet for vlogs, deeper thoughts, and responses to viral videos. And though people only knew him for the Goku video, that would soon change. Edwin's friendship with other creators, especially Sear, became a lot stronger than his daily views. Sear had gotten into a public fallout with Onision by this point, so it's safe to say his roommate role was now free. Edwin and Sear would be seen together multiple times on social media and in vlogs over the next few months. They also streamed a lot on platforms like YouNow and Blog TV.
YouNow, at Sexy Edwin. At Sear, who's your daddy?
Yeah. Yes, I am talking about that Blog TV. In March of 2014, Edwin and Sear moved in together to a house in Los Angeles.
So this is Kate.
Hi.
This is Sear.
Nice to meet you.
So anyways, I got a bunch of questions for us to answer.
Yeah, you've never done that before.
Dog, we're happy, okay?
All right.
We're happy.
You know, I'm surprised Edwin never did like the whole like, let me be a Minecraft YouTuber thing. he probably liked being choked. What the fuck, Hannah?
Roommates, we're the best.
The two worked so well because they synergized with each other in personality and ideas. But while Sear's channel was stable because of how big it was in comparison, Edwin was kind of a small fry. The skits they did together didn't do as well as they'd hoped, and Edwin eventually moved back to Arizona in mid-2015, so that he could gather himself again and feel more comfortable. Still, the friends he made in LA meant a lot to him. He would stay over at Sear's place throughout 2015 and 2016 to do occasional collabs together, and eventually, Edwin managed to break the mold, with the artistic masterpiece known as Man Gives Birth.
It's coming.
Honey, I'm home. What the fuck?
My water broke, Dustin.
Let's get this over with. I'm ready for her.
It's hard to believe something like this has 25 million views.
You know, I think it's at this point in the program, where I like to remind everyone that they should go and pray to God, because clearly God has abandoned us right now, and I think we should all pray to him to save us from this.
Nowadays, but I guess that's what worked in 2015. Man Gives Birth was somehow a godsend for Edwin, and his success would inspire him to push on forwards with more confidence, yet he never came close to replicating its
Yes, boyfriend, 13K. Well, will I ever make love again, 16K. Lack of diversity at YouTube events, 4.5K. Commenter points out my flaws, 16K. Fast forward girls are better. Looks like 20.
success, and his other content never even breached the 100k views mark. Still, Edwin spent the rest of 2016 doing skits in LA with Sear, and moved back out there to an apartment in September. Around the time of his move to LA, Edwin would get none other than Jack's films to appear in one of his videos. He would also film the music videos for Jack's songs Alexander Hamilton and Alexander Hamilton 2. This connection was certainly thanks to Sear, who would film a lot of stuff for Jack before. Edwin would also—
Do you think Jack ever looks back at like the people he's collaborated with in the past? Because like that dude collaborated with a lot of people now who are just like either like known predators now, or just like have like a weird alt-right pipeline sort of deal. It's a fake video. Edwin's never been a man. He's never been a man. He's just been cosplaying as one. Is that it, Wookie? Is that it? He's been tricking us this entire time. Is that why he's so empathetic? It's because he's actually a woman in disguise.
also begins Sexual Saturdays, a series where he explained and discussed sexual topics to his audience. Edwin—
I'm not a prude, but I don't... Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that.
His vlogs made it seem like everything was going great on the surface. There was some stress that came with living in LA, but he was making a career out of something he had never expected. Sear even had 2 partners and models move into the house around this time. One of them was a girl called Dasha, and much later another girl named Mina. The opportunity Edwin had been blessed with would turn on its head only a few months later. On January 21st, 2017, Edwin started vlogging for his second channel. It was 2 AM, and the background was not the apartment he'd been familiar with.
So it is Saturday, January 21st, 2 AM. We're at our little Thai restaurant. But basically, later on today, I guess, we're leaving. We're leaving the apartment. We gotta pack our and go. Jesus.
At the time, this video came as a huge shock. The vlog doesn't say much other than they were kicked out and they were stressed. It's 30 minutes of vague posting amongst normal stuff, but even kicking Edwin out at all was a huge deal considering how close he'd been with Sear.
My former roommates, mainly one, keeps harassing me online.
Just say Sear. Just say Sear. Why are you being such a pussy about it? Just say Sear. Cringing. I'm hating myself for Do you look back at your collabs, John? Well, luckily, I don't really collaborate with that many people. don't really collaborate with that many people. Who did I collaborate with? Let's see. I was featured on a Tech Saint video. I was a guest on Mike the Bike's podcast when he was running with 2 other people in the community at the time who no longer are in the community. Not for any nefarious reasons. They just both left on their own. I've collaborated with K-Huck. Collaborated. Well, would you call it a collaboration? I would call it. I just more so just like helped him. I did stuff for Dead on Dave. And then like, you know, I've had people on to interview who would later get into trouble. Chris, oh yeah. How many call-ins though? How many call-ins have I had? Well, like if you're talking, if you're asking about like well, if you're asking about like the planned interviews or just like the call-ins, because like, you know, say what you will about like review text, like former editor and everything. I loved having Jay on. I loved being able to get his side of the story on the show. But I feel sorry, we're kind of derailing here. My bad. I'm not trying to derail. Got into that little tangent there.
And conveniently she wants me to keep it all private. As of now, I don't want to reveal too many details, except that they kicked me out of the apartment, and that's where I'm going to leave that for now.
This whole timeline didn't make sense to anyone, and Edwin exchanging vague tweets with Sia's girlfriend Dasha didn't help much either.
Let's see. Dash, your text about not mentioning you came after the part was filmed. It's not. Let's not get petty. You said you were done at Sexy Edwin, so could have cut that out since you uploaded today. Let's see, at Dash, you could have not overshared, but what's done is done. Edwin, dude, fucking hell. No.
But later on, Dasha would fire off an hour-long yelling stream on Periscope. Her and Sia explained that
what the fuck is Periscope? What? Is that where people went live before Instagram? Fucking Periscope.
Sia's brother had been the one to kick out Edwin. He had co-signed the apartment, and Sia had not told him he had let Edwin in. Sia even says he paid Edwin's first 2 months of rent. When the time came, Edwin and Mina left behind a note, took their stuff, swiped the keys and Sia's vlogging camera. According to Sia, the two were now
framing. No way, they stole his shit. They stole his camera. What the fuck, man? Edwin, why you gotta do that? What the fuck?
Themselves as victims of him. And without any explanation from Edwin, most of the audience went off the only story they heard.
Just want to say that I've never received this much hate and negativity online.
Oh my god, is this on fucking Snapchat? Is this on like Snapchat or Instagram? What the fuck, man? Why are you crying on there? Why are you crying?
And I don't know, anything I say seems to be twisted. If it makes you happy seeing me upset and sad and depressed, then congratulations. You know, you won. If this is what you really want.
Does it make you happy to see me sad and depressed? Does it make you happy? R.I.P. Dead on Dave is still alive. What the fuck? Oh, well, you talking about Skelly. Skelly does not speak for me. Skelly does not speak for me.
What do you guys actually want from me? I barely said anything private. I don't know, and I'm just so destroyed.
A few days after his vlog, Edwin and Mina posted a video to Edwin's main channel. They were supposedly trying to move on, but still addressing the situation in detail. Edwin did start opening up about what happened from his end in further vlogs. He says this brother thing wasn't true or conveyed to him properly, and that the real roadblock was Sia's girlfriend Dasha. A few days later...
figures, it's the woman. The woman's causing trouble. He's dead in the community. He's dead in the community. He's dead in the community. I would love it if Dave came back to do some shows. I would love it if he came back.
Edwin and Mina tried to get back into the apartment whilst in LA, mostly to pick up the rest of their belongings. However, a friend of Sear's who was house-sitting told them to leave. According to Dasher, Sear had agreed to return Edwin's stuff when he was back from a visit in Washington. Their attempt to get in only sparked more vitriol from Dasher and Sear's fanbase. She and her stans would post tweet after tweet at Mina with coordinated comments and photoshopped pictures. Still, the situation remained so confusing.
Damn, man, this is fucking vicious. Wow. God damn. I wish he would come back, but Blossom ruined that man for real. I don't know. I don't like commenting on people's like relationship. Unless it like relates to the story. I like this. I would rather not talk about Edwin's like breakup with his boyfriend and their 2 girlfriends. I would rather but you know, it's part of the fucking story of Edwin. My thing is like put internet shit aside. As long as Dave and Blossom are happy together, that's really all that matters to me. That being said, obviously, Blossom has said some stuff about certain people, like even me. She insinuated that I was a racist. And I hope like. I know I make fucking like out of pocket edgy jokes, but I hope to God that like people I hope people don't see me as actually that. You know what I mean? I hope Dave doesn't see me as an actual racist. Same with same getting a spam call, goddamn. Same with I was about to say shit. I hope Dave doesn't see his former friends as. I genuinely hope he doesn't, because like that's just unfortunate. I hope he's happy, but the stuff involving Blossom just sucks.
Why did Sear's other girlfriend Mina go with Edwin? Why was Dasher continuing to post tweet after tweet going at Mina and Edwin for basically anything? In the beginning of March, Onision covered the whole situation and fought with Dasher. Edwin later appeared on Onision's stream.
Oh wait, hang on. This is not a random call. This is for my work. What? Hang on. Okay, I have to get background music on, I guess, to fucking call them. 1 second. Bye. 1 second, chat. 1 second. I forgive Faugi more than Dave. That's fucking wild, bro. You have no idea. I had a mini heart attack there for a second. I'm like, wait, are they calling because I'm for a second I thought I mixed up my days. I was like, oh my god, am I supposed to be at work right now? Am I supposed to be at work? Nope. They were just asking if I wanted to go to another store for overtime, and I'm kind of busy right now. Chat. Anyway, let's continue on with this, shall we?
To give some insight into what happened between himself and Sear, and 4 days later, Edwin would release a 90-minute video detailing the entire story of his situation with Sear. He claims that after moving in, Sear's work ethic drifted away and his creative ideology waned. This may have been for a lot of reasons, but Edwin highlights the supposedly toxic fight between Sear and his girlfriend Dasher. Sometime after Thanksgiving, Sear offered to have Mina over to stay. Now, for some context, Mina is a model who Sear dated at the start of 2016. He then cheated on her with Dasher. Mina and Dasher would fight for a while, but
that's fucking wild, goddamn.
Eventually, Dasher reached out to Mina, they made up and they became friends. Dasher even made Sear apologize for cheating and convinced Mina to come over. Either way, you can imagine Edwin's puzzlement upon hearing that Sear is inviting his own ex-girlfriend over. This is already a volatile environment. This is pouring kerosene onto the fire. When Mina...
I can't pay you much as work but appreciate more.
No, yeah, thank you for the 2, Loki. I greatly fucking appreciate any any kind of support you guys throw my way here. Oh my god, dude, hang on. This fucker was like, yo, what if we like had a skit where like my girlfriend and my ex-girlfriend, they were like all over me. Wouldn't that be like crazy?
Did move in, Sia would spend all this time with Dasha and Mina, according to Edwin. They would get drunk every night, and then Dasha would allegedly ask Mina whether she liked Sia. Eventually, Mina said yes, starting this twisted polycule. Yet this would not stifle Dasha's jealousy, as according to
The fuck? That's... Again, 2 pics have been removed from my Instagram with no notifications. These pictures... Headlines, I hate rambling about this. So easy because I'm getting an explanation. I'll fuck them up if I have to.
To Mina, she was apparently controlling and emotionally abusive. She even secretly deleted Mina's Instagram many times, and admitted as much to Edwin, according
What the fuck? Oh, the polycule got toxic. Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it, guys?
to the man himself. In the midst of all this chaos, Edwin and Mina began spending more time together. They'd filmed together for skits, but this was beyond that. The next day, everyone in the apartment has a fight over this cobbled together polycule and Edwin's actions. Mina
oh no, yeah, because Edwin's messing with the ex, but the ex is already claimed by the girlfriend and the boyfriend, and you know, I'm sure Edwin and Sear probably had a makeout session or two. Just all fucked up roommate polycule here.
Tries to sleep in Edwin's room instead, and during this time, Edwin tells Mina that Dasha was the one to delete her Instagram. Dasha overhears this and finds out, then apparently threatens to destroy Edwin's life. The next day,
what did those say?
Hears this and finds out, then apparently...
Please be careful. What do you mean? She effing smiled at me. I'm just saying, be careful. That's all. She threatened me last night. She told me she would F to my life. Oh, F. All right. You're my brother. She is my responsibility. I'll do what I have to do. I don't want you to have to worry. To Sear. God. Sear, listen, I think you need to take a lesson from a pimp named Slipback in order to get on how to get your women under control, buddy.
Apparently threatens to destroy Edwin's life. The next day, Sear tells Edwin he's been kicked out because his name is not on the apartment lease and Sear's brother wants to clear the house. All the while, Dash is sitting in the corner eating crisps with this devilish smirk on her face. According to Edwin and Mina, Sear and Dasha privately offered a room to either of them separately, trying to throw the other under the bus. But by now, Edwin and Mina were close enough that they told each other and decided to leave together on the 21st. Edwin's video pushed a lot of the crowd in his and Mina's favor. It wasn't unanimous, but it was a hell of a lot better than what had been happening recently. A lot of people also leapt onto Mina's idea that Dasha was copying her every style or skinwalking her.
I mean, it just seems like some petty, like, LA vlogger bullshit, you know?
People didn't even need DMs for this. Like,
it's, I don't know, man, it's just, like, there are ways to have, like, an ethical polycule relationship type deal, right? And more power to the people who are able to make that shit work. But I don't know, I think it's a bad idea to bring your ex involved. And then like Edwin, who's like, I'm assuming single at the time, you bring over a girl, and then who like apparently, like, I don't know if it was fucking official or not, it just sounds like they fucked around for a little bit. So like then you then get upset that she's with him even though you have a girlfriend already. And it's just, I don't know, it just sounds like a mind fuck, man.
Piece the changes together from public posts. Dasha did eventually give a full response, stating Edwin exaggerated the text and was hinging a good guy narrative. Edwin didn't take this too seriously though. He had dropped what he wanted to vindicate himself and was now just out here living his life. But things would only stay quiet for around a month or so. On the 10th of May 2017, Sear booted up a livestream on Twitch, and inside it, he focuses on denying a lot of Edwin's claims, dispelling supposed—
Oh my god, he has this thing where it's like, join the cult. Dude, your former like Onision roommate. I don't think you should refer to your fan base as the cult. Kind of bad optics.
Exaggerations like the fights with Dasha. He also said Edwin was jealous towards him and Dasha's relationship, and the tension in the apartment came from Edwin making moves on Mina. Sia just dismisses Edwin, saying he's doing this out of a thirst for clout, money, and exposure. But it's hard to say this whole kick-out thing was for clout, when the cons would outweigh the pros here. Edwin had invested his time and life into LA, and by going against Sia was losing.
No, yeah, I will say this is probably like the one instance where this is like the one instance where Edwin had a fucking spine. Figures it'd be with a woman involved, right? A woman he deeply desired involved. But yeah, like it would have been better for him if he had just been like a little bitch boy and was just like, yeah, Seer, I'll do whatever you want, Seer. I won't go after your ex-girlfriend. I promise, Seer. Bros before hoes. Also, anything for views. Suck my effing nuts, Edwin.
Many of the connections he could have had. Sia doesn't mention Dasha's role in perpetuating this entire situation as well. Even she hops on to say that Edwin was lying and Mina backstabbed her. In response, Edwin made another hour-long video in which he responds to a lot of stuff. The video features more pictures supporting the Skinwalker claims, showing proof that Dasha was running alt accounts on gossip forums talking about Mina, and showing yet more toxic DMs between Dasha and Sia.
That is fucking psycho behavior. God damn, bro. The fuck? Why? Why would you do this, girl? I get it, you don't like her, but this seems excessive. This seems overly excessive. Why do people do this? God damn. You could have just live and let live. The whole goal was that he was being weird, right? And he's kicked out of the apartment now. Technically, even if he won the emotional thing, you guys are in the right for kicking him out because he wasn't on the lease. So technically, he shouldn't have been there in the first place. So, like, legally they're in the right. I assume so, right? And just move the fuck on. It sounds like the bigger content creators were on Seer's side on this anyway. So you didn't lose any connections there. What, you lost a couple of Edwin stands? Oh no. It sounds like they just lost this because they couldn't let it go.
Edwin also breaks down the financial situation and actually admits fault for trying to get into the apartment whilst trying to get his stuff back. A mutual friend even states that Dasha was pretending to be Mina's friend so that she could destroy her.
And I told Edwin, yes, I'm going to actually get you kicked out. I said that.
God damn, this woman's crazy. What is she doing now? Is she still like around? Women moments. Yeah, women moments. Like, I wonder if she's still around. Does she still do content? Is she like a mom now? I bet you she supports like Lindsay Clancy, probably.
That to him, I'm owning up to that. I told him that I'd ruin his life because I would.
What accent is this? I told him I would ruin his life. Is she like Eastern European? I told him I would ruin his life.
If he takes a British,
I would destroy him in the name of Mother Russia.
I'm sorry. Over his best friend. He's absolutely right. I stood there smiling.
Following this video, Edwin and Sia's drama entered a bit of a cold war. In their response, Sia and Dasha complained about how they were being hated, referring to the gossip forum lolcow.farms and their thread on this whole situation.
Ah, yes, that's how you stop it. By talking about how you're on a lolcow forum. Yeah, that's gonna work wonders for you. Fucking fantastic. Good on you. Good job. No notes needed.
No. Edwin then popped up on his own lolcow farms thread to talk about his own drama, despite saying he wasn't trying to carry it on. Edwin would shift his channel's focus to be about him and Mina, rather than him and Sia. There were a sizable number of people who were there for their relationship, but playing too hard into it lost him good graces. When US Customs detained Mina on her way back, Edwin made a puppy face fundraiser asking for donations so that he could go see her again. When his fans told him to pay for this by getting a job, Edwin told them other people
They were just like, get a job, hippie.
People wanted to see this reunion, and you should quit being salty. All this did was support the doing this for money allegations, which was great for Dasha. Edwin made his relationship with Mina the main focus of his online presence. Everything from posting memes of each other, vlogs together, running a pseudo child teddy bear account on Instagram.
What? That's... What? I'm... What kind of weird behavior is that?
At some point, the whole I'm an uwu broken scene boy bit was kind of tiring to believe from like a 29-year-old man. Is this what Edwin had to offer when he wasn't with Sia? However, Dasha ended up upstaging this cringe when in 2018, local farm admins revealed she'd posted 142 times on the Edwin Sia drama thread.
That's... Oh my fucking god.
This included posting Mina's passport and lots of personal defenses and petty insults. The presence of these local...
Girl, you're a psycho. What?
Posts are insane in themselves and showed how unhinged Dasha was. However, by now, Edwin's responses were less absolute and convincing. A fair portion of his video about Dasha's posts goes at her for old offensive jokes, throwing stones, glass houses, you get the point. However, Dasha was still trying to get her hit back. In June 2018, Edwin obtained audio of Dasha talking to a former fan, conspiring to take Edwin's channel down with Sia's connections.
So our thing is we're not going to make a video back at Edwin. When his video comes out, all of our friends on Discord and everyone I can trust will flag it for harassment. Vincent is going to send out a little thing to everyone what it should sound like and what words it needs to contain for YouTube to see it. And if he gets that 3 times, then his channel is going to be deleted. So...
God fucking damn, what the fuck? This is... What the fuck? This is pure fucking evil.
Once the video is taken down, is uploaded by him, would you be down to like flag it on YouTube? I mean, it's anonymous. On YouTube.
Holy...
And write a little thing about how it's harassment. It doesn't even have to be long.
This absolutely made her and Sia look terrible, and again the situation would be brought up, showing just how far she would go. Going forward, Edwin would discuss Dasha and Sia twice in the following few years. One of them was about their private messages influencing a former fan to harass Edwin and Mina. Another one was a response to another attack from Dasha, and platformed a fan who accused Sia and Dasha of grooming. The case was that Dasha and Sia got in contact with a 16-year-old fan to vent about Edwin and Mina. The worst that Sia did was throwing on some weird emotional dumping, but
Where do you find these women, Seer? God damn, you took way more notes from Onision than you needed to, I guess. Fucking hell.
But the worst that Dasha did was apparently send NSFW art and sexual messages of herself to Sia,
what?
Showing this to the 16-year-old.
Holy shit. This story gets fucking wild.
After the drama with Edwin, Sia would move over to Twitch.tv and built a new presence as a popular live streamer. In 2021, he joined the Twitch organization OTK and has remained distant from his...
No fucking way, this dude was an OTK? What? Dude, OTK, filled with nothing but sex pests, I swear to God. You got fucking Tectone, you got fucking Seer here, you got the fucking, why am I fucking blanking on his name now? This fucker.
His past. However, Edwin, as a smaller party in the situation,
Ms. Kiff,
managed to keep his story heard and kept his career from the several attacks from Dasha. In the wake of this whole situation was a new resolve from Edwin, a new interest in drama and commentary videos. Edwin will later state that the way he was done dirty by Sia inspired him to look at other cases. Or you could say it was because these videos did really well. Either way, by September 2018, Edwin had now reached over 100,000 subscribers. Edwin hit a wave of tea drama, as people would call it, at a good time. Videos about the likes of Grimes, Poppy, and Melanie
Miss Giz, there we go.
Martinez would start to get hundreds of thousands of views. His extensive coverage of the evidence against the group Deantwoord would perform the best.
In 2009, I was not working toward being a public figure. I was literally studying psychology at AUCU. I've always wanted to be someone that my younger self could look up to, and I feel like now I'm reaching the point that I can possibly inspire others to think critically, you know, to avoid situations that I'm...
Oh yeah, Edwin, you inspire us all to think critically. Anyway, I'm opening it. So I got this new energy drink. It's called Bum Energy. I don't know. I keep getting... I see it advertised to me. The flavor I got right now is blue snow cone. So here's hoping it's good. Oh, I like that actually. I like that. Yeah, it's not too bad.
I'm calling out in my videos.
Edwin was no longer an afterthought or in the shadow of Seer. He found his speciality in how he effectively covered these situations. The Seer drama was essentially the blueprint. His psychology degree and mature outlook on these serious situations gave him a new layer of credibility on these cases, and so he became someone to turn to when a person he had known long ago entered his radar once again. In early 2019, Onision became public enemy #1. A plethora of girls came out exposing him and his partner Kai for their serious actions against them, and the story spread like wildfire, especially
I am so glad I avoided this whole thing like the plague. My only interactions for this were like watching John Swan's videos and then the Right Opinions video. And then Nicholas DiOrio had videos on what was the girl's name? The Canadian pop star Onision dated for a bit because she went like psycho after him on Twitter.
Thanks to Onision's likely staged mental breakdowns. This was a time when Onision Exposed videos were the kingmaker for your channel. Every drama and tea channel under the sun was ready to cover a story, but others took an interest in sifting through the legal cases, the stories of the accusers. Even Chris Hansen, the poster boy for predator catching, was on the scene. It's hard to convey how insane this was because you see Chris Hansen every year now talking about some online pedo thing. But back then, seeing the host of To Catch a Predator conduct interviews about a perennially hated internet loser like Onision was surreal. As for Edwin, he saw the downfall of a man who he once spoke to in his worst days. Not exactly someone friendly because Onision always sucked, even back then, but the two had hung around the same sort of spaces and audiences. They even shared roommates.
Oh yeah, like Onision's whole persona, and not even persona because it's the real him. This whole thing is like, I'm a douchebag. You're gonna hate me. And then like people were surprised, like, oh my god, he's a douchebag. We should all hate him.
Edwin had been hoping to make a video on Onision back in January 2019, but due to the girls not being on board for an interview, he decided to shelve it. It was only when Onision grabbed onto these rumors and provoked him that Edwin pressed further. In November 2019, he finally managed to get his checks, posting a video explaining the allegations against Onision made by Sarah, one of the main...
Oh my god, 1.9 million views? Yeah, that was a nice fucking paycheck right there, goddamn.
Accusers. Edwin's video, and indeed his style, tells the story in a serious yet kind of endearing and understandable way. He knew when to put in these cute little remarks and when to reel them in. It's actually quite good how he manages to summarize years of confusing speculation into a cohesive timeline. What helped is that Edwin also talked to the girls, took his time to get their side, and posted those interviews with their permission. Edwin connected well here, and his credibility became a lens for Onision's growing fanbase of hatred. His video on Onision stands at nearly 2 million views today, and he would become one of the main creators covering Onision's every move. In the following months, Edwin would post more videos deconstructing Onision's attempts to paint a different narrative. He would get in touch with all the girls accusing Onision, public enemy #1 for good reason. And the fervent hatred against Onision meant that for some of his die-hard haters, any contrarian question was a red flag. In February 2020, Sarah announced her laptop was now with the FBI.
Oh god, I remember bits and pieces of this story.
As part of their Onision investigation, but she then threw out a Venmo for anyone to help her with buying a new one for school, as well as any extra money for college tuition and therapy costs. This post came under some light criticism from the commentary YouTuber.
I'd like to restate Josh Pesco's question. if you didn't have it during the entire time Chris had supposedly given it to the FBI, why do you now suddenly need an influx of donations for a replacement? Lol.
Nicholas DiOrio, who poked a few holes in the financial timeline that Sarah had presented. Sarah stated previously that her laptop was in the hands of Chris Hansen and his at the time top guy Vincent Nicotra for ages. Now, all of a sudden, she needed a new laptop for college in the middle of January. Sarah would DM Nick explaining she had been using her friend's laptop up until now, and the friend had taken it back, and she didn't expect to get so many donations this quick. She later issued an apology to anyone she felt she had accidentally deceived, except in came Shiloh. For those unaware, Shiloh,
that's the girl, Shiloh, yeah.
or Onision's Patient Zero, is widely considered to be one of the first people Onision harmed. As a result, she held a lot of sway in the minds of these self-labeled anti-Os. But here she came in like a bull in a china shop, posting a tweet encouraging her followers to report Nicholas DiOrio for, quote, releasing private DMs and encouraging doxing of a 19-year-old
Nick never encouraged that, by the way.
girl. Hashtag deplatform predators. Her claim of encouraging doxing was a manipulated screenshot of him replying to someone asking where Sarah lived in Michigan. In reality, he'd actually replied to a clip this user found of Sarah. There's also the idea of calling Nick a predator with that hashtag, which is just a lie. In reality, Shiloh was the person running smear campaigns, doxing people, leaking private DMs, and even threatening others.
Oh, that's lovely. Good job there. Good job. What the fuck?
Shiloh's slanderous campaign kicked up a lot of people in the commentary community into defending Nick. It even compelled some of the biggest anti-Onision YouTubers, like Repsion and Edwin, into telling Shiloh to scale it back. In response, Shiloh lashed out or cut them off. Edwin would then make a video on his new Homeboy Edwin channel defending Nick from the situation. Shiloh then shifted her targets and lashed out at Edwin, defaulting any criticism into, well, you're just supporting Onision. Despite
And that's the thing with and you'll see this in a lot of dramas, but like especially with one as big as the Onision story was, any like criticism of like, hey, like there's like, I understand that where you're coming from, but like there's like a better way to like express your points and like go about this. And like they'll go, well, you're just as bad as the guy we're criticizing. You're just as bad as they are, because you criticized me. It's like, let's take a chill pill. Just because I said you're acting cringe online doesn't mean I'm agreeing with Onision. That's not how it works.
Despite Edwin's attempts to de-escalate the situation, Shiloh just kept on going and going until most people were just asking her to stop. But whilst this event had alienated some of the anti-Os from Edwin, he gained a lot of respect from the commentary community. Nick was a relative nobody at this time. It would have been easy to let the situation go by without a word, but Edwin's decision to stand on his morals and actually stick his neck out to defend someone was admirable. It was especially important considering the person accusing Nick had a sizable sway over the Onision situation. Soon this respect would turn into more bonded connections as Edwin began covering similar topics on his second channel. Around this time, Keemstar would interview Onision on drama.
Keemstar, man. Keemstar is always involved in some way, shape, or form. Wookie, if you ask Burn, he will say that Fauci won. But how did Fauci win though? Is it because he got some e-pussy? Is that it? Is that because he got some e-pussy?
Drama alert. Keem's interview was controversial, a lot of people thought he was too soft, and in response, Keemstar called into Edwin's stream to debate him. A few days later, Keem would debate Repsion on Edwin's stream, alongside the creators Creepshow Art and Tamimi. Thousands of viewers were watching these debates live, and they only brought more and more attention to Edwin. Whilst everyone hated Onision, they also had questions about what would happen next. With Chris Hansen's involvement, history, and connections, lots of people felt it was likely Onision may actually go to jail. Unfortunately, Hansen's operation...
And like, dude, it's like slimy behavior, right? Like Onision is not a good guy whatsoever. But it's like similarly to like the EDP stuff. I feel like any legitimate like stuff that you could have like used against him in the court of law probably got tainted by all the online discourse and tampering.
and those conducting the investigations were all out of whack. Forget perverted justice, these people had more chances of conducting an orchestra. Hansen himself wasn't the best either, interviewing anyone on planet Earth apart from Onision himself. Meanwhile, commentary channels seemed to get that impossible task down with relative ease. Hansen's leaked attempt to really monetize his interview with Onision kind of showed his priorities here. And as he started switching lanes to other cases, the criticism against him only continued to ramp up. Chris's dismissive or dishonest responses only united creators against him. The reason they did is because Hansen was portraying it as him against the YouTubers, whether you were the most supportive T channel or the edgiest commentary channel. Instead of transparency about the issues with his conduct, Hansen took a page out of Shiloh's book. It was us versus them. And Edwin, due to his association and criticisms, was now them. He was now among this community of critics, the roster of people who Hansen would later label the Goon Squad.
Some of them,
the Goon Squad,
acting as if they were in a goon squad.
The creators he labeled would then semi-ironically adopt that very name.
Oh god, let's see. We got John Swan. Got I think that's Muda. Muda, Augie, Boblax, Nick. I have no idea who the fuck these two. Third guy's. I want to say Tommy because of the cat, but I don't think Tommy had his cat yet. I don't know. I have no idea who the fuck these people are outside of the main three here, and then like Mudahar and John Swan. Oh wait, I bet you. I have no idea who this is though. This is.
It has aged terribly though. Edwin formed a sort of camaraderie with the commentary community and Goon Squad. However, considering the huge subscriber gap and difference in audience, he still kept his identity and friendship with others intact. There were still successful videos and interviews on his main channel about Trisha Paytas, Darby Vanity, and Marilyn Manson. Credit where credit's due, Edwin managed to keep himself out of the pit of viewers only watching Onision videos and nothing else, and his experience made him a valuable speaker in a time where serious allegations were becoming part and parcel of the online sphere. In general, despite the pandemic, 2020 was one of Edwin's best years. So how would the next
Creep Show? Oh, thank you, Hannah.
one start? On New Year's Day 2021, Edwin had his Twitter account hacked. The only thing worth noting here is Edwin's DMs with Stephen Asarch, a journalist who'd been covering the Onision story. In these DMs, there appears to be a sort of discussion between Edwin and Stephen about a documentary? Although Chris Hansen had gotten plenty of flack for the way he handled the Onision case, at the end of the day, his connections in the television industry paved the way for an Onision documentary on TV. The announcement quickly drew claims of
I think this came out eventually, right? I have never watched it, but I don't know. I heard that what was it? It cut like what Edwin said out of context in some parts.
Cash grabbing. Most victims declined to take part, as did most YouTubers who they reached out to, and they were right to. The rewritten story glorified Chris as the changing point when people already hated Onision beforehand and put in the legwork for him. A lot of the victim stories were also meshed and complicated.
I strongly stand against this TV show if the survivors don't want it, you know? If Sarah's against this, why the f would we be like, let's give in? Oh, you know what? Let's let it be on TV. That doesn't make any sense.
But there was a surprise. Out of all the YouTubers they asked for an interview, only one accepted. Edwin. This was a confusing appearance because, as said before, many people believed this whole thing was a sham. Repzilla even hopped in a livestream with Repzion and Edwin, who both agreed that this was solely for money. On a second channel livestream, Edwin retraced his steps leading up to his appearance. He said a consultant contacted him, stated Hansen wouldn't have creative control, and the girls that didn't want to be on the documentary would have their wishes respected. Edwin hesitated at first, but ultimately decided to accept. He felt the documentary needed a YouTuber, and his perceived fears were only from public perception. He was not paid for his appearances.
Anyways, I vetted them thoroughly, and they are not using victims' stories without consent. Lastly, they will include my rant on Onis and Chris Hansen.
Yet when episode 2 rolled around, the other girls' stories were discussed, sometimes in detail. It made people angry at the documentary, and they wondered about what exactly Edwin's.
Yeah, because like this is not just like a video online talking about it, right? This is a serious like TV production of their story, and you know, thousands of people who have no idea about any sort of like online have no idea about this online space saw these girls' story for like the first time. I imagine that was like a very stressful thing for them to see.
His vetting process was here. His statement that the girls would have their wishes respected was meant to comfort them. These were people he had talked to on a personal level about their very personal and dark stories. So did he get a contract, or was this him just trusting word of mouth? The release of this episode prompted the YouTuber Jacqueline Glenn to make a video, in which she gave Edwin criticism about his involvement.
It could be argued that my appearance could add exposure to the documentary. I mean, I would hate to make that argument because it sounds arrogant, but still, you know, maybe some people are like, oh, Edwin's in it. Maybe it's not so bad.
This is the reason why you being in it is a problem. Because there are people that are fans of you, that trust you, that are now going to give more respect and be more willing to listen to the things in this documentary, many of which are untrue, and now obviously are not respecting the wishes of the people who are actually involved. I don't think any YouTuber.
And like, to be slightly fair to Edwin here, right? Like you can criticize him for believing what they told him in the first place, but if he's being told, oh no, yeah, Chris Hansen has no creative control, and you know, the wishes of the other victims are being respected, right? Again, you can criticize him for believing them in the first place, but like, if he's being told that, and that's what, and like the things he's being told is what led him to like coming on to the documentary, I can't necessarily fault Edwin for going on. She sucks too. She's friends with some fucking terrible people. Jacqueline Glenn. I remember that name, but I'll be honest, I don't remember the specifics about her. Oh, she's friends with Blair White. Are you fucking serious? Ariella Scarcilla? Is that? I'm probably butchering that name. I have no idea who that second person is. I know who Blair White is, but goddamn.
YouTuber should have been a part of this for that very reason. Nobody trusted them. We all had a feeling this was going to happen, and it did. I'm not trying to him too much because I do think he fully believed them that they weren't going to do this, but they did.
Edwin initially responded, saying,
Jacqueline Glenn, were you more upset at the girls' stories being used or my participation? I mean, damn! You spent half your 21-minute video dragging me through the mud when seeing how dumb I looked because I was lied to by the documentary.
Things didn't get any better for Edwin in Onision Documentary Episode 3. They would show Edwin's criticisms of Chris Hansen, only for Hansen to respond in the show.
Everybody thought that it was just for financial gain, and he essentially does exploit victims, in my opinion.
Well, Edwin, perhaps you should take a look in the mirror, having tried to use victims in your own way.
In a follow-up video, Jacqueline would make
Eugenia Cooney drama. Oh, that's right! Jacqueline was a part of that shit! Oh my fucking god. Yeah, she 5150 Eugenia. I remember that. Yeah, that was a messed up situation.
A response to Edwin, clarifying her stance.
Although you were spoken about sporadically through the duration of about 10 minutes,
Ariella is a lesbian that used to be a big lefty. Then around 2018, 2019 became a huge right wing, why I left the left grifter, and a pick-me lesbian. Oh, so it's like she's like the Candace Owens, where it's like, I'm not homophobic. I have this lesbian friend. So is Jacqueline Glenn a conservative then, I guess? I don't know. It's obviously you can be left-leaning and have conservative friends, but like that's two people in like the right-wing grifter space.
the entire 10 minutes was not solely focused on you, and you know that. And I even said in my video that I believed you when you said that you thought you really did have the answers. I believed that they lied to you. I still believe that they lied to you. And I know you were wondering, am I more upset at the girl stories being told or your participation? And I have the same question for you, Edwin. Are you more upset that I criticized you, or that the thing that you were promised up and down wouldn't happen very much happened, and that now you're a...
By the way, her name is Ariel. Oh, okay.
associated with it.
And, he didn't take this all too well.
Like the past month, like thing after thing after thing has made me feel so devalued. Like to get these words out is so difficult for me.
Oh God, man. Don't cry on live. Cry on live.
And I don't know how. I hope I can soon get over it because it's just affected me so bad. The one thing that I've worked so hard on my YouTube channel is for my integrity.
Yes. This was a stream to forget, an 8-hour sobbing session where all of Edwin's friends came in and comforted him. I'm not sure why at any point Edwin did not turn off the 8-hour stream. The entire situation here seems to portray Edwin as naive or opportunistic, depending on how you want to treat him. It was obvious that Chris Hansen, who had mishandled the Onision situation, manipulated the narrative, was still working with very malicious people, was probably not worth going near. Even if Discovery presented themselves to Edwin as a neutral party, everyone knew Chris Hansen was—
The crying is so performative. Even if it's genuine. It's like, I don't know, man. Probably shouldn't cry on stream. That's just me, though. Like, I'm not saying I haven't gotten, like, somewhat emotional on stream before, right? We're all human at the end of the day, but, like, I don't know. If you're having, like, a mental breakdown, probably should turn the stream off, you know?
Was the reason this was a thing. Speculative critics would go back to the stream with Repzilla and uncover something new. Repzilla was doing this stream because he had also been approached about appearing on the Onision documentary. He couldn't decide and so brought it to the public as a discussion on what to do. During that stream, a chatter by the name of JTotOK sent some pretty strange messages in the chat. What did they say about the YouTuber drama and opinions? Hansen said he's getting paid for his talent. You calling him a liar?
Wait, why does it have why does the profile picture have Edwin's face? Oh, is this an alt account of his?
Bro, are you proud of getting paid nothing? Someone in the chat said, exposure is payment though. JTotOK? Why does that name sound so suspiciously familiar?
What's all the J Todd about? Hey everybody, okay, so, you know, this is the video where it shows what everybody was J Todding about. You know, my main video showed the 2009
The fuck is this?
flashback. So, I really, one New Year's resolution is that I want to put videos every Friday on Famous Edwin. I want you guys to, like, have something to look forward to. By the way, if you don't know what even J Todd means, just throwing that out there, no, J Todd, these people will show you how to use the word.
Why did Edwin hop onto an alt account to try and stir the pot on Repzilla? Per his DMs with Stephen A. Sarge, he was already on board with being in the documentary by this point. You could make the case that this was a covert attempt to convince Repzilla not to do the documentary so that Edwin was the only YouTuber on the documentary.
I guess
I'm not gonna lie though, I would have laughed my ass off if there were clips of Repzilla being made fun of by Chris Hansen. Well, you see, Repzilla, you are gay, and that van deserved to hit you. In fact, it should have double tapped.
It comes back to the question, like, are you proud of not getting paid, dude? I mean, I heard you read that out loud, so. I mean,
Are you proud of not getting paid, dude? Are you proud of that? Are you proud?
I mean, if they're gonna like come to my house and I ain't gotta do anything.
Good to know, bro. Good to know.
I don't know. Hypothetically, Edwin, if it was you, what would you do?
Ooh. Keep in mind, at this point, he had already agreed to do the documentary. Ooh. Edwin being a little schemy little liar, bro? A little schemy little liar?
I gotta go, dude. This is too hard.
Oh, you coward! You coward, Edwin!
I'd probably, you know what? I'd probably do a tweet about it. I'd probably do a live stream about it. And then I'd probably get Ashley on it.
Following Edwin's stream of tears, he decided to take a break for the foreseeable future, and in his absence, a lot of people dug deeper on his character. Some people pulled up his old skits and accused him of racism or transphobia. Others found old anti-Semitic jokes that Edwin made back in 2014. These screenshots didn't go too far, but far enough to further damage Edwin's reputation. Yet Edwin held true to his promise of silence, being gone for the first half of 2021, aside from a couple Patreon posts. Edwin would make a soft comeback with a video on his second channel, discussing the documentary, the hacker, and the people who covered him. In mid-June, Edwin would cover his friend Creepshow Art completely self-imploding.
Oh yeah, that was around this time. That was funny watching too, because like I had no knowledge of Creepshow Art pre like psychotic blow up. Shit was
during which her secret post on lolcow.farm leaked. In one of these anonymous posts, Creepshow said that she swore Edwin was gay the first time she saw him.
Weeks or even months later, I end up on some stream and he mentions his girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Girlfriend?
What?
Hey,
what's up?
So you click on an Edwin video and you're like, wow, look at this gay. You don't think, great
Look at
content.
this
This is
gay.
5 stars. That's first thing you think about?
Whilst Edwin's audience remained somewhat intact, his personal connections were again askew. The only people really in his corner were the edgy commentary community on the outskirts. People like Augie RFC, Boblax, and Nicholas Diorio defended Edwin whilst he remained offline, and in turn he grew closer to them. He would become a regular on their shows and vice versa.
Nick and Boblax. I mean, we got Edwin here taking the place of Nick, and we got Poochie here taking the place of Boblax. So it's
not pro. No, the dog. Hey, that's an insult to the dog. Okay. By the way, guys, the other day was National Dog.
fully developed. Bro, are you about to like fall over? What are you doing?
Did I do this with the chair?
No.
Does this turn into a comedy sketch, bro?
What are you doing? Are you like swearing out?
No, dude, the jazz is the chat.
You're so.
Don't say the
Wait,
R-
can I say that on your
you
channel?
can't say the R word.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry, he didn't mean it. Dude, we have to wait at least after 30 minutes so I can get this monetized, bro. Come on.
It's not getting monetized.
You know the rule.
However, by doing
What do
so,
you mean, that's for videos, man, not fucking streams.
Edwin found himself in a difficult position. The commentary community, or what was left of it, was far more edgy than Edwin's audience, and this clashed in some ways. As far as people like Paige Christie saw it, Edwin's demeanor changed with his new friends. In his streams, he would generally be soft, to restrict them from saying any edgy jokes, but in their streams, and starting from late 2021, Edwin would start to play along.
I mean, that's how it goes, though, to be fair. I don't know, to be slightly fair to him here. Like, for example, in private, obviously, like, some creators are a bit more edgy than others. Like, for example, Skelly, E. Skeletos, my co-host, for Troublemakers. In private, the motherfucker's edgy as fuck. Like, the dude will, like, drop N-bombs constantly, right? But, like, on his stream, you know, he likes to take things in a professional manner. And, you know, he tells me to chill. He tells me to chill on his live streams, okay? And I think, in terms of, but, yeah, I mean... I'm not gonna disagree with Paige necessarily on this point, because it does lean into the fakeness, but there are people who will adjust their level of edginess depending on what platform you're on, right? For example, right? Obviously, I'm not the edgiest, but if I call in on a K-Hux stream. Or no, Peepaw would have been okay with it. I'm trying to think of people who are like, well, I would call into their show and they would be a bit more chill. I guess Skell is my only example right now. But just depending on whose show you're on, obviously you're gonna be setting levels of edginess, you know.
Alabama Edwin, as they called it, would come out.
Edwin, you literally sound you sound like a monkey right now.
Wow, man, good thing I'm not black.
What? Wait, hold on.
This is a horrible clip.
Oh yeah, I thought you said.
Sorry, I'm just gonna say no the second time. What? Oh no!
Dude, you told me you are on a podcast with 2 black people.
Dumpy is black.
He is. Why are you?
What do you mean? Have you ever seen his face? I literally have a Dumpy selfie right here.
No, I seen his dog face.
You dog face?
Whoa! What? Why you gotta disrespect Courage Cowardly Dog like that? What the fuck, man? Why you gotta do that? Not cool.
What?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I'm fine to use anything casual, but if someone asks me to refer to them as kitten/kitty, I'm like, no.
Would you bang a trans girl?
Yeah, I know.
That's not.
God, yeah, he was 16, 17.
Why is that even
Explain
a 17-year-old if he was banging.
Holy Edwin.
When I first met Edwin, he was like a libtard, and all of his fans were like criticizing him for saying the most minor.
When I
thing on
first met you,
screen,
you were
and
trans,
now-
then you were a girl, then you were. Hold on.
What the fuck?
Guy.
Wait.
And now,
What are you?
and now,
Despite his ties, Edwin would move his core audience more towards his second channel, and their ideals still somewhat aligned with his, but there was more of an audience cross-connection. When his friends fought with the YouTuber Technicals over his video on the Super Smash Bros. Player Zero, Edwin was there, and was pining after a debate with Technicals, an offer he mainly ignored, apart from some random stream 2 months later where Edwin just stays quiet for an hour. In around early to mid 2022, he got more involved in the Twitch political sphere. These were fun debates and all, but never led to videos. Edwin was now more attached to the relatively stress-free streams, something he never felt burnt out from in comparison. The closest he came was in September, when allegations of essay and emotional abuse dropped on the online pedo hunter.
Oh boy, this is where we get into it. This is where, I would say the first brick of, look at the link. Oh no, oh no. Are you sending me shit I shouldn't click on?
Edwin really wants to
Oh my god. Bean flicking. What the fuck? What the fuck?
flip Stardust Bean. What?
What?
What the fuck is that?
Wait, Edwin's in my chat saying update Stardust followed me back. What is it going on?
I don't know. What the fuck? But why? What does that even mean?
Oh god, this was 5 years ago.
Well.
Let's see here. Who is this person?
I can
Do you guys
confirm
know
that
who he
Edwin
is?
did say that. Edwin said that.
Oh no, Edwin!
Edwin was on my stream before.
Edwin, behave yourself. What's going on?
Edwin did say that. All right, I have to.
What the
Why? Wait, but who is he? Who is
He's
Edwin?
a YouTuber. He's got 300,000 subs.
Oh shit, my bad. Sorry, Edwin. I thought you were just some random chatter. Like
Edwin, get in the call.
Edwin, you gotta explain yourself. You gotta explain yourself.
You have to explain yourself right now. We're putting you in the hot seat.
Yeah, you're engaging in some misconduct here, buddy. You gotta.
Oh god, I'm seeing some old names here. Dog on the radio, remember that guy?
Dude, I don't know. I literally was like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, in front of people publicly. And, yeah. Oh, it's so funny.
It's
Get in
gonna
here,
be
dude.
a pretty awkward conversation now.
Edwin, buddy.
Hi, Edwin. What does
What
this
is the
mean,
context?
Edwin? You said somebody on chat, not on chat, on Twitter says Edwin really wants to flip Stardust Bean.
Yeah.
What is that? What can you explain? Let's break this sentence down. Can you explain what happened to me?
Well, first of all, it hasn't happened yet. The second of all,
Oh god, oh god. You think Stardust would still let him hit?
Wait! Edwin, you can't say that!
Edwin, you can't say that.
Why is Alabama Edwin always go? Dude, this guy makes videos on like Onision and like T shit, and like you have like an audience that's like 75% female, and then you come on our streams and you say the craziest shit, dude.
hey, I can just say I can't say that, but did you not hear? She just said, "Whoa, who is this?" And she said, "Oh, he's got 300,000 subscribers." Oh, okay, then it's okay. So I can say that. You know,
Okay, I just said I'm sorry for, apparently people know you, but like, damn, dude. Okay, explain what happened that made you say that, though.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember the context. What was the
You don't know what made you say something like that?
I believe you
just say something like that. That's just something to do. Like it's something to do.
I say things. Let me.
Wait, Tipster in chat.
He complimented
is
her and
egging
brought
on.
it-
He's like, "Let's go, Edwin."
Swayed away and then said that you would quote unquote flick her bean. So
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What happened?
Okay, hold on. There's actually a clip in this tweet.
How do you comment in a derogatory way?
Edwin, you.
What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ. God damn. God damn. Edwin looks like an overgrown emo kid. Yeah, this dude's like close to 40 nowadays, and he's still like cosplaying as like a fucking 16-year-old dude. Sad. Grow the fuck up.
Mama Max. The case against Max was the first time in a while Edwin invested himself in this kind of project. He made the most of it working with the girls on a video slated to release soon. According to many people behind the scenes, Edwin's Max video was fantastic, but unfortunately it would never come out. For some reason, it kind of faded away without any note. I'm sure we'll never return to this. Edwin's coverage of the Max situation wasn't received or positive either. Around the time of his streams, the YouTuber, the franchise, would make a 40-minute video going at
I remember this guy. I'm pretty sure I'm like 70% sure I did a live stream reacting to this guy's video. Because I think I remember him being like a... What was it? He was either a Mama Max stan or a Technicals fan. Can't believe that this didn't make it in the video. Well, I'm sure Toastify is aware of it. I have a friend who followed the Onision stuff a lot, but didn't know who Edwin was. Not shocking. Stardust didn't know who he was. Yeah, because like Stardust is like Twitch poll, so like I'm sure she didn't really follow the Onision stuff, you know.
Edwin's jugular. The franchise would poke fun at him and point out various inconsistencies in his coverage of Technicals, Mama Max, the Onision documentary, and more. Edwin responded by inviting the franchise on for a debate, but he decided to do this debate without watching the video first, which is an interesting move.
Yeah, which is like the worst way to like combat criticism. I mean, we gave Hassan the same criticism when he had Willie Mack on to debate him, right? Because you're debating about the video, but you didn't watch the video, so how do you know what you're debating? Like, that just doesn't make sense, you know?
Edwin may have embedded himself within commentary, but he lost sight of what made him pop in the first place. And that same summer, a new character would emerge that shook up the balance of the community. Salvo Pancakes may have just been another troll in the online ether, were it not for his over-the-top bits inspired by the Red Bar show. One of his first targets was Flamenco, a friend of Augie's and co-host of his
Dude, the downfall of Flamenco is fantastic to watch. I hope Toastify makes a video on Flamenco, honestly, if he hasn't already.
Show After Hours. Flamenco ran around more right-wing online circles and had just about slipped away from a controversy about an old NSFW anime comic named Boy Soprano. But his reputation was forever smeared. Salvo wasn't as generous and commissioned a song telling Flamenco to leave the kids alone in a parody of
by Mike the fucking Bike. Which, guys, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Mike's channel. He's got a new one, Mike's Biker Radio. You should go check that out. Also, I know his band has a song out, which you guys should go listen to as well.
Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall. In response, Flamenco melted down over the song, blocked the paid performer,
"Hey, Flamenco, leave those kids alone,"
and kept on spiraling as new criticisms of his behavior arose. In an all-too-familiar tale in the commentary space, it seems he couldn't take what he dished out, and his lack of self-control in responding would turn him into a lolcow of sorts. A few weeks later, drama YouTuber turned comedian Def Noodles assaulted Salvo at his comedy show. Salvo had the light shined on him, and he took that opportunity with both hands, creating a formidable and dedicated base of viewers. His bombastic, charismatic stream,
which is funny because I think nowadays him and Def Noodles and Salvo Pancakes probably have the same shared political beliefs.
His ambition to collect the community together for his shows, it gave him a lot of momentum. Eventually, he'd even start a live show with Keemstar. Though rather than moving on to bigger and better things, Salvo instead started going after and trolling everyone else in the commentary space. Except Edwin. Because whilst everyone else had to take their licks and live with it, Edwin cozied up more to Salvo, in a move that came across as kind of cowardly to the rest of his friends.
I think it's because I think Edwin knew that if Salvo went after him, it would have been brutal. I think that's why he went out, he cozy up to him at first, was like survival instincts, you know? He's like, well, if I'm friends with him, he won't go at me as hard. I think that's why Edwin did it in the first place.
Dismissed Salvo as a troll, but Edwin being a friend to these people, but then adopting and mirroring Salvo's provocative energy, put them in an awkward position, because at points, Edwin and Salvo were so desperate for content, overinflate a situation here, support a narrative of censorship there, and suddenly every little thing is being instigated. But permanent damage to friendships? No, that would look like we're taking the internet too seriously, we don't want that. So after all these arguments, let's just reset saying, oh, at the end of the day, aren't we still friends? And for a few months, that was the state of commentary. Salvo, Edwin, and even Keemstar would lay out bait, and they'd either get no response or a meltdown. It seemed a lot like Edwin had softly left his previous friend group for the new kid in school, for no reason other than just entertainment.
Too bad Nick DeOrio thinks this is the season finale of the dog show. Even though
Nicholas Diorio goes on other shows to talk about the dog show. Like, bro, what is this, man? That is my message. If, you know, anybody else...
This was such a fucking pathetic arc of Edwin. The era of him being a spineless coward where you just, like, so blatantly just sucking up to what he thought was, like, the new kid on the block who, like, everyone in commentary would flock to, you know? And then it ended up blowing up in everyone's fucking face, and everyone, including the fans, by the way, who are like super into like that content, had to like, well, you know, like, you know, we that was negative. We don't like negativity. Like, bro, shut up the fuck.
Here's it. What is with these commentary arbiters, I guess, to say what's good and what's bad? They labeled me Alabama Edwin because I say things like that they can have freak out moments. Whoa!
Yeah.
Like you hear resounding like first like it's a cascade, right? Like Augie, whoa, and then Nick, whoa, hey.
And then Bo Blacks is always last to kind of get the what, you know.
It just Tipster being a pussy and you know, thinking that he's base, but like you have such a strong opinion against me and that led you to blocking me. Oh, wait, what are you gonna do about Bo Blacks, Augie, and Nick? Oh yeah, nothing. You're gonna do nothing but kiss their feet, Tipster. That's what you're gonna do.
Like how you were kissing Salvo's feet, buddy.
Anyways, let's drag ourselves out of the bottomless pit we're focusing on here for a second. What else is happening with Edwin? Well, around this time, he would break up with Mina. There was no controversy here, it was a peaceful breakup, and they even hopped on stream together for a final message. But before that, they're united again, to once more talk about the man who had brought them together. Circa late November 2022, and the Twitch apocalypse is in full effect. Scammers and gambling addicts, then sexual harassers, and friends like Mizkif who were apparently covering them up. It was a very hectic...
Dude, that whole era of Twitch drama was really fun to watch because, like, most of... Oh, Evan was a little gay, overgrown twink, mentally 16 for life. That fucking for real, yeah. Most of the drama that would happen on Twitch was like due to individual behavior, but a lot of like post-COVID drama that happened on Twitch was like a lot of like organizations and like a lot of organization cover-ups. It felt like mini Hollywood because all these like LA and Austin people, like LA, California, and Austin, Texas, like these people would cover up assaults, cover up scandals, so that way the organization could still make money off of these individuals and still just like quiet, like they would either like sweep it under the rug entirely, or they would just like quietly kick them out and say, oh, you know, they're just moving on to bigger and better things, you know. I remember they only broke up because neither could move to the other's country. Yeah. I don't know if it was a visa thing or a money thing or both. Yeah. And like, you know, to be slightly fair to them, you know, maintaining a long distance relationship, especially one that like transcends countries, would be difficult, you know. Listen, not to sound like a misandrist, but male streamers are some of the most dramatic motherfuckers on the planet. No, you're right. You're fucking right. Because, like, well, first off, male streamers, I hate talking about this because it makes me sound so fucking performative. But, like male streamers need to fucking keep it in their pants, you know? Like fucking Mizkif's friend fucking assaulting a girl at a party. And then all the shit that happened with Mizkif and Emiru. And then I don't know. Like, even people in our spaces, like fucking Falgi with like the fucking Discord polycule. You know, like, I love streaming. I like a live radio show type format. Right? But it's just like, come on. You guys gotta like keep yourselves under control. You ruin it for all of us, man.
Time, and just off in the corner was Seer. Given that Seer was part of OTK, the same streaming organization as Mizkif and his friends, it's inevitable someone would bring up the past. But what Edwin said was something very new to everyone else.
Guys, Seer is a big time groomer. I don't know if he is anymore. Like he with a lot of girls. Like he took a lot of advantage of us. Weird. He was 25 and he was
and
like,
if it's true, you fucking knew about it and you fucking co-signed it and didn't say shit, motherfucker. Women are too emotional, but they can't keep friends or a monogamous relationship, right? Fuck. I mean, I think my opinion at this point is just like, if you're like someone that's like in the online space and you seek out validation to that level where it's like you need constant male validation or female validation, I stand Eva. Eva is a wonderful woman. She is a wonderful woman. I haven't interacted with her too much, but like she got done fucking dirty by Edwin. And I'm glad her and Mitch are happy together. Every now and then you can hear Eva in the background when Mitch streams, whether it's on Now Recording or his own streams, and it's funny.
dating a 17-year-old. It was weird. He was literally going to his high school's house. You guys, if you guys follow Seer on Twitch, you're following a pedophile. I'm sorry. I mean, not a pedophile, just a hebephile, right? Let's be accurate here. Have him trying to sue me. You know he can't. Because guess what? He sent me a paycheck. He had a literal Tumblr page. He would like compile like girls like Snapchat.
This was a big accusation. In comparison to everything else, all of Edwin's history with Seer, this was the most serious thing he'd ever said about him. A few days later, Edwin would hop onto Chud Logic's stream to accuse Seer of being a human trafficker.
Oh god, dude, was this around like the time Chud Logic started coming in around this space? Eva just wanted to be a co-host, but Edwin couldn't keep it together. Yeah, no, he had to go fucking crazy.
I was tricked by him and his girlfriend to
trafficked, by the way.
Essentially, I was.
Stop!
I was.
Turn the faucet off on these. What is going on?
Well,
that's a serious allegation, and you're saying
Okay,
it like
define
it's
trafficking to make sure I get it right.
You gotta love that, you know, Seer is a sick man, he's the bottom of the world filth, he is a human trafficker. By the way, what's a human trafficker? Edwin and Mina make a lot of brazen claims against Seer. Chud Logic tries to ask for any proof that could support these serious allegations.
And I'm saying that, like, certain people that he Snapchatted with, like, there was one that was 16 that I know of.
No, what specifically did they say to each other?
Sexual pictures of her in her bra and all this other stuff.
This is insane. You're saying that it was with someone that's 16. That is mental.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but you're doing it and you got no evidence.
up.
You're just saying, like, I'm always a big on, like, you've got to have the evidence to back up your claims, and you're just saying it. I appreciate you saying you'll get me the fucking ID in that, but don't you think this is insane that you're saying this?
Yeah, no, Edwin's just casually saying this. Like, honestly, Seer should have sued his ass or sent a cease and desist. I don't know, man. I don't like. Obviously, I haven't seen any claims. Like, I haven't seen proof of any claims or anything. But like, I don't know. You're fucking roommates with Onision, and then you're roommates with Edwin Generations. I feel like you're a creep on some level, right? I feel like you're a creep on some level. You're in OTK. You're in fucking. You're working with fucking Asmongold, Tectones, and Mizkif, like some of the most notorious fucking proponents of like covering up sexual assault and like literally like Tectone being sued in court for his misbehavior against women and getting a 10-year protection order. I don't know, man. Feel like there are way too many like people you're surrounding yourself with that you're not at least a creep on some level. The human trafficking allegations with no proof for a while though. No, absolutely. I do feel like he's a creep on some level. One of the girls in Colton's vid responded to the video in one of the girls in the Colton bit responded in comments. Oh wait, like in Toastify's comments. Now that's a name I haven't heard in years. Mortified by my polycool drama became canon online. I would have been horrified. This is like a recent comment.
The only picture I've seen that concerned me was the one where he was with Hassan, and because that's like such a trap for like young fans to be like when they cross dressing and wearing skirts, like that's like little girl thirst bait. No, like adults don't.
How the fuck do you care?
If you genuinely have got some evidence possible of this stuff, some of it could be illegal. I don't know. I don't know what the nature of it is and what exactly was going on.
You know what? You're sue me, bro. Challenge me, then I'll seek it.
Mina goes on to claim Sierra and Dasha tricked her to come live with them by promising her jobs in LA, then forcing her to do sexual stuff and breaking things if she didn't. But the proof Edwin presented didn't hold up. Edwin claimed to Chud Logic that he had proof of all these claims on his second channel, but all he linked to Chud was his videos on Seer. The only mention of a 17-year-old...
Yeah, I have proof of this happening. All he does is just links to videos about him talking about it. But no, yeah, like I'm sure Seer is a fucking creep, right? But like obviously the allegations of like sex trafficking are fucking wild to make.
Is a comment he made saying the same thing with no proof. The Tumblr page that Edwin is likely referring to literally has nobody under 18.
Sue me, bro. Edwin would literally wet his pants if he got served papers for real. Oh no, yeah, he would have fired up a live stream crying about it, and then he would have asked for like donations for the. He would have set up like a GoFundMe or something for the lawsuit for sure.
At the top. That's far from a good barrier, but at least Seer made that barrier clear. That doesn't help your serious allegations when the Tumblr you're alluding to covers itself for the scenario. It's still easy to say that Seer was weird because of this, I wouldn't even blame you for that, but Edwin, of all people, should know you need.
He doesn't even mention the 16-year-old who Seer emotionally dumped onto may have tried to fly out, arguably his best evidence towards his case. Wow, fucking Seer tried to fly out a 16-year-old? What the fuck? Creep that is not equal to human trafficker. No, yeah. Dog, he would have cried like a bitch. yeah. He would have like, Seer is trying to silence me because I told the truth about him being a sex trafficker. Anyway, guys, please donate money to me. He would have done that, and then he would have been like, yo, girl chaser 220, thank you for the dono. Seer is so mean to me. Yeah, he would have done that.
You need all your cards in order before you accuse someone of a crime. For how open he and Mina were about Seer and Dash's conduct, accusing them of physical threats and, may I remind you, trafficking comes out of left field. Here's the reason Mina gave in 2017 for coming over to LA.
So we got each other's numbers and we started messaging consistently for a while. She kept asking me when I was gonna come to LA. I told her that I'd only go to LA if I had a reason to go to LA. So I told her, maybe I'd come in a couple of months or something when something comes up. But then she started saying, if you aren't in school or in college or working or whatever, if you aren't doing any of that, why are you even in London? For a while, I didn't message her and I ignored a few of her texts. I kept it, when I did text her, I kept it very minimal. It seemed like she didn't want that and she wanted full on like talking all the time, and then she wanted to FaceTime. It got to a point where I said sure, because she seemed nice. Maybe she just said that one thing, so I agreed to FaceTime her, and when I did, I ended up finding out that we had a lot in common.
Why would Edwin even throw something like this out here years after he last talked to Seer? Well, Augie RFC would later claim that Edwin obsessed over Seer's Twitch numbers in private. During this time, Edwin lost a lot of money in crypto. Some people have said thousands, $10,000, tens of thousands of dollars. I've looked around and heard as high as 300,000 in...
God damn. Yeah, so like you get Seer. Oh my god, Mia's hair was fried, crispy. Look, okay. I am far from judging anyone's hair unless it's like sad and balding. Hang on, let me see if like far be it from me to judge someone's hair. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Some cases, Edwin just kind of refers to it as losing a lot of money. In early December,
Dude, I would cry if I lost $300,000.
Edwin would meet up with Salvo and do a bunch of streams together, including one where they had a long, passionate, shirtless kiss to sell Boblax's plushies. This all led to a...
Yeah, Again, guys, Edwin, dude, it's okay. It's okay to be gay, Edwin. It's okay to be gay, but dude, crypto fucked so many people up. I'm glad I never got into crypto. Yeah, because who else got messed up by it? It was that internet. What was his name? Not internet adjacent. Internet Ajay. Does anybody remember who Internet Ajay is? And then I know Bo Black's lost like a shit ton of money. A fucking shit ton of money. Your eyes. Yeah, I know Bo Black's lost a shit ton of money too. There's fucking Edwin there in the background being a little cuck.
A big meetup at Keemstar's house and a stream on the Keemstar show. There was Salvo, Keemstar, Keemstar's partner Brantley, the producer Chris the Narc, Edwin, and a new girl he had brought around named Babs. This is
poor innocent Chris the Narc. Chris the Narc is but a child. They did horrible things to him. And Boogie. Yeah, Boogie lost a shit ton of money too.
Actually my favorite stream ever. Because it's a complete drunk car crash white trash party. Everyone here is drunk. Salvo fights with Brantley and makes her cry. Keemstar is just a cuck the entire episode. Salvo and Keem are fighting like babies on whoever gets to cover the Bobax plushie drama. Salvo and Edwin end up molesting Keemstar. If you hated anyone involved in the show, this was a supreme hate watch. Even after the stream, Nicholas Diorio edits a clip of Brantley joking that she said a slur. Then everyone in the house has to gather around like SEAL Team 6 and decide what to do. Going into December, it was hard to see where the commentary space was going. A lot of people here were just appealing to the same 50,000 people, who would diminish as time went on. Commentary was stuck in a creative Ouroboros of eating itself as the content of the day.
Yeah, no, and like it was like that for a little bit too, with like the fucking Edwin in the cuck chair. Yes, exactly. And think about that position too. Like he had an overview of everyone. He could watch everything.
It was hard to see if there would be an end. And then, as 2022 was ending, the entire community erupted.
I'm talking about somebody that's got their own show that just started up. The person that was playing a part in getting flamenco so much now finds himself with a bunch of his own. I'm talking about our boy Salvo Pancakes. But apparently, Salvo's a horny boy.
On December 27th, 2022, Salvo Pancakes faced an onslaught of allegations posted to Twitter. Turns out that in spite of his marriage, Salvo had been going around messaging every woman he could. One of the DMs shows Salvo instructing a BPD girl to lick up from the toilet.
Yeah, that was wild. I don't know what else to say. This was just fucking.
You think that's bad?
Yeah, it was weird watching this in real time when it was going down.
You've been spared the DMs where he apparently got a girl to make animal sculptures out of her own poo. Aside from the hilarious events of every woman Salvo talked to exposing him, there was also the matter of doxing. He had doxed or was speculated to assist in the doxing of various people, inviting them to pull it up on his stream and leaking real names of people who had protected themselves with pseudonyms. On the day after the initial rumblings, Keemstar went live on the Keemstar show without Salvo, interviewing many of the girls Salvo had talked to. Keemstar also brought up that after he had gone to sleep at the drunken Keemstar show night, Edwin, Salvo, and Edwin's new girl Babs wanted to stay up and get down. Chris the Narc was wasted, turned down a titty shot from Babs, and went to sleep. And according to Keemstar and another girl named PP Butt PP, yes, that is a vital source to the situation.
Yes. PP Butt PP. Yes. Crucial part of the story. PP Butt PP. Salvo is a horny boy is a massive understatement. Yeah. Ayo, Piss deserved it. Edwin in the cat room with the cuck chair commentary. Cludio. Oh god, yeah, there's.
Salvo had been.
I feel so bad for Chris. I want Chris to come back to do content again.
Telling us sneaky Discord links, he hopped into bed with Edwin and Babs. What made this more interesting is that a week before Salvo's allegations, Babs and Edwin had already broken up. Whilst Edwin was going home, Babs joined Keemstar and Brantley as they were going down to South Carolina for Brantley's birthday. At the time, a lot of people joked that Edwin had been cucked by the Keemstar cream. The announcement of a break not long after didn't help things. On January 1st, whilst his family were celebrating the new year, Edwin booted up his comeback livestream in the other room. He then
Dude, this was such a fucking awkward stream to watch at the time.
Down shots alone for donations for 7 hours. Despite trying to keep up the spirit, Edwin solemnly condemns Salvo for his actions.
Like, yes, people call me a Salvo writer all the right, all the time. You can see that shit all the time, right? I can't fucking, like, there's no way. Like, bro, what the f? From meeting him and his wife, he would have texted me back if it wasn't cheating. It felt like he was cheating on his wife. And then eventually his wife.
It felt like he would have texted me back if it wasn't cheating. It felt like he was cheating on his wife. Making it sound like he Chris did so well to avoid being in drama. He did.
Wife. She don't deserve this. She don't deserve what happened to her. She was such a wonderful person. They seemed to have a decent relationship. I mean, it was very cute. People literally know me as the guy in commentary that has the most amount of female viewers. Bro, what the f are you picking up my viewers? That's weird. That's so uncomfortable. Like, that's not okay. That's disgusting. Like, what the f? Upset and embarrassed.
He's pretending to be disgusted by it. He's pretending to be disgusted by it when he was a participant the whole goddamn time.
And ashamed, like, bro, else.
However, some people weren't buying it. Boblax was the first to call this out. Their issue was that Salvo would go on Edwin's streams and make constant remarks about Boblax and their autism. Edwin, their friend, would kind of sit by and say nothing. I guess if your red line for disgusting embarrassment is cheating with fans, I'm sure ableism would be higher for you in the pecking order as well, if not worse. This painted out Edwin as kind of flaky. His eagerness to only condemn Salvo now wasn't out of any moral integrity, but because the public opinion had turned. When Edwin first saw this, he reacted like so.
It's gay. Like, honestly, like, I'm so sick of this. This is why I don't want to make any new friends, dude. This is so stupid, dude. Like, Boblax should be better than this. I don't know. I'm so done, dude. It's like, dude, we've talked about this in private, man. It's like, this is so childish, dude.
Yeah, man, it's so childish. Why would he do this, man? Why would he do this? Meanwhile, motherfucker's been cheering it on the whole fucking time. Dude, his family is having a blast in the other room while Edwin is seething about Diorio and co. That stupid fucking Scarf Salvo's wife was too pretty and nice to be treated like that. She dodged a whole ass missile. Yeah, hoping the best for her. Hoping the best. Definitely did not deserve any of that bullshit. Did not deserve.
You, man.
A few minutes later, Boblax calls into the stream. They say that whilst they did have a conversation with Edwin about this clip, it didn't change anything because Salvo and Keemstar's house did the same thing again and Edwin just kind of sat there. The more that Boblax continues, Edwin backs down, starts apologizing, and emphasizes how he still wants to be friends with Boblax.
Hey, Boblax, I know I cucked you with that Olivia girl, but we're still friends, right? We're still friends. What? Kickin', you're lying. Please tell me you're lying, Kickin'. Please, for the love of God, tell me you're lying. No, bro. Peter Coleman passed away at the age of 85. No. My childhood. No, man. Man. Dude, what the fuck? What? Dude, what is this week? First Dolly Parton, then Tim Curry, now Peter Calling. Dude. Oh my god. Fuck, man. So unfortunate. This is sad.
It's my, like, flaw to want to see good in people. Like, you are the closest thing that would ever be, like, the emotional in this community, because everybody's always so dismissive, you know? I get it. If you don't want to associate, I don't want anybody to associate with me. I don't care. Like, I'm just so ashamed.
Dude, I don't know, dude. Like, I this whole, like, woe is me thing from him I remember Peter best as Monetary Jack from. Oh yeah, Rescue Rangers, Bandale. I've only watched like a few episodes of that.
To myself.
Well, I do forgive you.
Hello, what is this guy doing? How'd it go from "this is so gay" to sad puppy boy mode in like 5 minutes? You're 34! The other reason Boblox didn't like Edwin is because of Olivia Wang. Olivia was one of the accusers from the Mama Max story that Edwin was covering. Yet, ever wonder why that investigation disappeared from the timeline? Whilst on some live streams, Edwin introduced Olivia and Boblox to each other, being a sort of wingman for Boblox, trying to set them up on dates. How
And you know what? Yeah. Be the be a homie. Help your guy friend get a girl. Help your guy friend get a girl. Be a homie. Don't fucking steal the girl. Don't steal the girl from the homie. I had a little figure of Monterey Jack as a kid. I have no idea where it is now. Oh, that's sad.
Wholesome. Unfortunately, it turns out Edwin and Salvo were also talking to Olivia, trying to set Boblox up to fail and get cucked. Edwin also had sexual conversations with Olivia, something he lied about to Boblox privately and to everyone else publicly. Keep in mind, Olivia was Edwin's source for an essay allegation he was in.
I'm old. Holy you can't be that old, Kanga. You can't be that old.
Investigating at the time. When the two got saucy on FaceTime whilst Olivia was drunk and Edwin tried to fly her out, he shelved the investigation, which is good at least, but still, this is insanely irresponsible to have that conversation at all.
No, yeah, like, dude, like, you can't be like the I'm a voice for women guy, and then be like, let me try to fuck as many women as possible. Like, you can't do that. Like, I know I'm just like an online shitter, right? I turned 34 in 4 weeks. Well, happy early birthday. Like, I know I'm an online shitter, right? And for one, I never want to do like an expose, like here's the story of this victim type of thing. I know I've reacted to some of those types of videos before, but I never want to be the guy to bring those to light, because for one, I'm not intelligent enough to handle those correctly. I'm fully honest there. For two, it's just like any like I think it's pretty clear in the like jokes I make, current and past, would just show that I'm not equipped to handle anything like that. So I'd rather just be the guy that fucking laughs at bullshit and then gets made fun of by his viewers occasionally. I'd rather be that guy, you know, because like at least it's a fun environment, and like no one's expecting anything serious from anything we do here. Oh my god, he was also Eeyore? Are you fucking serious? God damn.
Also, keep in mind, Olivia isn't the only person claiming to be Max's victim. There were an assortment of girls accusing Max. Imagine having to tell them, listen girls, the investigation's on hold, it turns out one of you is actually too hot, and I couldn't contain myself. Additionally, Edwin later confirmed that he leaked DMs between him and Onision's victims to his Discord mods. No one really went over this, and it's not as bad as Olivia. There's no flirting or trying to fly her out, but it is another pattern of mishandling these situations. In the early hours of January 4th, Salvo had returned, and one of the first things he did was post one of his former mods' docs. It was on this stream that Keemstar called in and dropped a nuke.
Abs, Edwin's girlfriend, would like me to ask you about the car ride back to Ohio. What happened there?
I don't know. I mean, she's more than welcome to share it on your program or something.
The story she told me in private is that, you know, it was like a Me Too situation where you were driving with your out, beating to her in the back when she didn't appreciate it, didn't want it.
Yeah, not true.
Well, I talked to Edwin already, and he confirmed.
Oh my god, dude. This part of the story fucking grosses me out. Agree? I feel like you have to love Winnie the Pooh regardless of age. Absolutely. It's Winnie the Pooh. Like loving Sesame Street and the Muppets regardless of age. Exactly.
Confirmed that is true.
Okay, it just add it to the list.
Babs then says in chat, Edwin was in on it, encouraging it. Later the same day, commentary streamer Tommy C of SFTP went live for an interview with Salvo.
Nothing was ever not consensual. To such a point where the consent was so excessive, in a normal situation, the girl would probably be turned off considering how much excessive consent we were making sure of.
All right.
Make of that what you will, although a lot of people felt this sounded more like coercion. Then at around the 48-minute mark, Edwin pops out from wherever he was hiding. He didn't really need to. He could have made an organized response on his own, but instead Edwin calls in, and the very first thing he points out is Babs' motivation behind this allegation.
When it's come to Babs, this is like so outrageous that she just wants to.
And dude, again, keep in mind, this motherfucker is like a male feminist, like protects women, supports women, you know, believe all victims type of shit from Edwin, right? Sorry, I'm switching microphones so that way I can stand up and do a rant, because I want to do one of those right now. I want to do one of those stand-up rants when this whole thing's going on, so I switched to my my handheld microphone.
Clout farm, nothing non-consensual happened ever. Like, we were excessive. Every live stream that's happened, period, she's been in every chat talking about Edwin. She's clout sucking everything.
This is interesting, not because that could have...
whore. She's just a whore looking for clout. What he sounds like right now, right? And keep in mind, Babs is probably her own level of crazy, but this motherfucker's just like, she's a bitch and a whore and a clout chaser. She just wants my clout. Like, dude, I thought you were like Mr. Protect Women. I thought like you could like conduct yourself a little better when it comes to a situation like this.
Be the motivation of Babs, but because of who's saying it. Edwin, the guy who got popular off platforming victims, is immediately.
You know, I'm always gonna be a piece of shit online. Like, I'm always gonna be just a little like micro nobody who like just makes jokes online that are like very out of pocket sometimes, you know. I would rather be that than pretend to be like this, like, guys, we need to like, you know, believe all women except when they're against me. Because, you know, it's bullshit. What he's saying is fucking bullshit. I hate I just hate how Edwin portrayed himself, and clearly this is showing like his true colors. Like he granted, you know, he doesn't act on the level of like an Onision or a Tectone, but he's really quick to like insult the girl, you know?
Immediately writing off his own allegations by saying it's for clout. Not even a year ago, this kind of response would be on his bingo card when covering other creators. In fact, this is exactly the kind of narrative that Seer tried to accuse him of.
You kept on asking her, is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay?
1,000%.
Why do it? I mean, that's the thing. Like, here's what I don't get from that.
I'm just saying in general. I'm not trying to go into any details here. That's for the clout to do.
If you constantly have to ask somebody consent, isn't that like, how is that a turn on? That's got to be a huge turn off.
No, exactly.
And obviously, and this goes for anyone, not just women, but men too, or, you know, everything in between. You can say yes to something, and then in the middle of doing it, you can say no. And guess what? They still need to respect you saying no. Is that how it works, you know? But, like, it is fucking creepy to be like, is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? If he had made a calm, well-thought-out response video instead of a manic stream, I think he would have came back, but he wouldn't have stopped going on live streams and going live himself. No, yeah, because like he like, and this was when commentary was moving towards like everyone live streams. So like, instead of just making like a well thought out response video to everything, he was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go on everyone's live stream and like make it worse for myself. It's overdoing it, the constant consent thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you want to, like, obviously initially, you know, ask for it and then like just double check on them. I get that, right? But like she constantly like, do you consent? Do you consent? Do you consent? Do you consent? It makes me not want to consent. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Obviously they're stating that to be like, guys, we were not anything like that.
I'm sure
That's what I was saying. It's we were so excessive. Like,
You know what I need to do? I need to get one of those standing desks.
we were being counterproductive.
Then why did you do it?
Yeah.
We then get a very important question. What did Salvo do in the car?
Was he in the car? Was you there?
No, he wasn't. He was just.
He just whipped his out. You don't find that a little strange with a girl?
Oh boy, here we got Riveter. Can anyone confirm or deny the Bab story told by Keem about their ride home from Keem? Oh, ooh.
Very strange, but that's why he was asking a lot to make sure everything was okay. I was like, whoa. I mean, let me ask you this, Tommy.
Yeah.
When you get hard?
No, of course not. I mean, of course.
Okay.
Like, what kind of question is that?
Well, okay, I'm just making sure because I didn't see the homie get hard.
To everyone,
I
this
didn't see the
explanation
homie
still
get
came
hard.
across as weird. By
Everyone's just like, I stared at his dick. I stared at his dick and I did not see him get hard once.
Edmund's story, Salvo was essentially in the front, driving the car with one hand and holding a small, cold in the other. Following this, another commentary...
Hang on real quick. I'm going to switch out something so that way I'm not using my wired cable for this. One moment. Okay, there we go. There we go. I need to make use of this setup I have still. I think that's going to be like the next thing I buy for my apartment, unironically, is probably a standing desk. That way I can do more like standing face cam live streams.
streamer, Xylee Gets Real, calls in. Quick aside, Xylee was not like a big commentary channel, she was kind of in the mid-sections I'd say, but she got in a lot of controversy in 2022, and she had an axe to grind with Edwin.
You lied to your audience saying that you
and
didn't...
Salvo, she did not like either of them. she had very much a I mean, it was kind of, consent isn't always verbal. Like they said, they kept asking for consent, but she had her shirt over her eyes, and I think they should have left her alone. No, because like you can tell from someone's body language a lot of the time. Well, not just a lot of the time, like all the time. And like, I mean, let's be honest. I think either way, both of them were just being creepy.
You didn't know Salvo cheated on his wife, but yet you were part of that cheating.
Too.
I was
Jamal,
referring
don't
to
make up on her.
like his all his thing. Like I could have never known that he was doing all that. Because the expose was not that he cheated, by the way. That was not my hard line. My hard line was like, you know, talking to fans and get taken into that next level. That was my hard line.
Edwin claims that his issue with Salvo wasn't just cheating. The enhancing factor was the sheer volume of women and the fact they were his fans. Yet in the stream, the framework...
Oh yeah, that's where you draw the line at, is like, well, I'm sure Babs was a fucking fan of you, wasn't she? Like, that's how it happened at first, right? Oh, hey, Given N, how you doing, man? How you doing? But like, oh yeah, Edwin and Salvo were just being fucking creepy here.
Work of Edwin's condemnation of Salvo is based around cheating and how loving his relationship was. Also, the idea of condemning dating fans also seems to be contradicted. Babs, the girl he flew out to meet, was a fan of Edwin's.
See, what did I fucking say? What did I fucking say? Of course she was a goddamn fan. How else would she have known about him? How else would she have known about him?
So they met on his Instagram. After Xylie's call, Nicholas Diorio asks if he can call in. Edwin is noticeably shifty and anxious about this idea and tries to deny it or get out.
I'm gonna pull him in, alright?
Alright, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're gonna
Oh no, you little pussy! You
God.
gotta stay. You're gonna be like this, you know. You're gonna fucking stay and take your lickings. You can't just be on a fucking live stream and just talk a bunch of shit and be like, "Oh no, I gotta go, guys. I gotta hide from Nicholas Diorio. It's real scary."
On.
You know,
I'll say hi to Nick. What's up, Nick?
Those are great famous last words.
Like, what is he
Sure.
saying? That's like
No. So he went on saying, like, I didn't know Salvo cheated. He had a loving relationship with his wife. If Edwin's involved with the cheating,
Is that my direct quote? He had such a loving
you said
relationship.
you didn't know about the cheating multiple times. Yeah. So if he was physical with you in any way, wouldn't that be the cheating? Why would you go on stream and say that's not
Well,
the
you
case?
see, it's not cheating if you're being a little gay with the homie. You see, that's Edwin's logic right there. It's like it's okay to be a little gay with the homie. It's not even cheating.
We didn't do anything physical besides the kiss on the camera.
What do you mean? Wait, okay, so you're going around talking about this Bab stuff and you wanted to tackle that on stream and you're running two different stories?
What's
That's not what you
the
said to me
story?
30 minutes ago.
What did I say 30 minutes ago?
I wrote you and I said, is Keemstar lying about you hooking up with Salvo? And you said, no, at his house is true. Salvo didn't
No, I
deny
don't
that in
mean
the beginning.
Okay, no, we didn't hook up. Okay, there was a night with Babs, but that's not me and Salvo directly.
The full DMs read, is he lying about any of this?
I'm 4 mins behind in 1.25x, but so far no lies. The issue was, she insisted she didn't want anything public. I talked with her on the phone last week and was so annoyed that I began recording
It's just crazy to me that he's like, listen, the only thing that happened was, look, we didn't do anything. I mean, him and Babs did stuff, but I didn't know it was cheating.
20 minutes in. Recording is still 20 mins, and she is in the recording insisting she wants nothing public or no mention. I respected that.
Dude, this whole situation was so fucking just slimy. It was icky. I hated that this was like a trending topic for I think it was legit months. I know, Kanga, I assume you were around the time. Wasn't it like this story was going on for months, wasn't it?
But she's been a clout in everybody's chat ever since.
Is Keemstar lying about you guys hooking up with
She's
Salvo?
been a fucking clout whore.
Oh?
No, at his house it's true. Salvo didn't deny that in the beginning.
So what are you admitting to here?
Okay, the rumors of the threesome are true. Do you understand? That doesn't mean that the guys are.
Okay, but like, dude, that does mean you knew that he was cheating on his wife if you were fucking involved. It doesn't matter if he fucking sucked your dick or you sucked his dick or he fucked you in the ass or you fucked him in the ass. You guys were fucking a girl together. That wasn't his wife. It went on for a few months because of a certain Asian stoner. Oh, yes, the microdoser.
So you had a threesome with the girl, and then you knew Salvo cheated on his wife. You were part of his infidelity. So why go on stream and lie to everybody saying you had no idea?
Because the bitch begged me to keep it private. I'll release a recording.
Because the bitch begged me to keep it private. Because the bitch told me to keep it private. Guys, women in the chat right now, don't you just feel amazing that this is the guy defending you? I go Asian down. Women in the chat, don't you feel just like amazing that this is the guy who's like in your corner defending you from like these evil male influencers? Don't worry, guys. Edwin Generation is in your corner.
You don't have to say who it was, but you can say you knew cheated on his wife, Edwin.
You said his marriage is good, and you were with the sexual act that he was involved in that his wife was not involved in. That's what Nick's saying.
I heard about some text messages. Yeah, you also watched him your girlfriend, you cock.
Nick. Fuck you, Nick. Woo!
Fuck you, Nick. Fuck you, Nick.
How about that? Stick that up your ass, man.
I never to anyone.
Okay, wow. First off, I've never seen anyone crash out and then do an ad-lib right after.
You, Nick. Woo!
But in general, this is a very bad look for Edwin. Remember, he mentioned his shock at Salvo cheating many times, even directly denying involvement in it.
There is a point, though, that you did skip over from Brantley, though. She says that you helped him cheat, and you'd known for a good minute.
Keem knew about this in September, and, you know, like what?
Poor
That didn't
Ava.
really
Poor Ava,
answer
man.
that. Edwin?
That didn't answer me. I didn't help him do anything. I didn't help him do anything, girl.
So I didn't help him do anything. I just let him fuck my girlfriend. I didn't help him cheat on his wife.
Why did he lie about it? Well, he says, the bitch begged me to keep it private. This is fine, as all people have a right to their privacy, but unfortunately, Edwin chose to make a comment on Salvo's marriage. He didn't have to go out there and say how bad it was that Salvo was cheating on his wife with all these women. He could have said no comment and dealt with it in private. Plus, there's a part of this that just doesn't add up. If Babs begged him to keep it private, then she's now turned around and spilled parts of the story in public. I'd say if someone is making allegations of Babs' size, allegations that Edwin was privy to coercion, allegations that Edwin maintains are false, the gloves are already off. For a guy with so much vitriol for Babs, he seems desperate to have kept her secret safe. On January 5th, 2023, the Keemstar show went live for nearly 3 hours, during which Keemstar and Brantley interviewed Babs and asked her about everything. Babs stated she e-dated Edwin for a couple months, before planning to meet up and go to Keemstar's house. On the way there, she heard Edwin and Salvo gossiping and conspiring to expose their friends. Then, 5 nights at Keemstar's, or rather, 1 night at Keemstar's.
What Edwin and Salvo did between them, like, if they want to come out with that, then they can.
Regardless of whether they were indeed gay, Edwin knew Salvo was cheating on his wife.
Listen, man, I can tolerate the potential, like, assaulting of a girl and cheating on your wife. But being gay? No, I can't stand for any of that.
He was present and participating in the cheating. Babs then claimed that Edwin was trying to pawn her off to other people.
But earlier in the night, he was like, she's hot. And didn't you, like, offer your girlfriend to him?
Well, it's not that I offer like she's some sort of object, more so like I wouldn't be mad, bro. Like
When I joke and I say like, Nick, you can have
dude,
this,
I wouldn't
like...
be mad if a guy fucked my girlfriend. And you see, that's what leads me to believe that Seer and him had like a little polycule going on in that fucking apartment of theirs. I bet you they took turns fucking each other's girlfriends. And they probably made out themselves. I think him and Seer, it's more of a lover's quarrel, if anything.
I said it because then I know that he won't take it. Like, I could literally offer her on a silver platter, like naked, and he won't take it.
When Edwin, Babs, and Salvo were driving back home the next day, Babs was tired, hungover, and hungry.
Check your Discord general chat right now. I wrote a song.
Oh no, you wrote a song? You wrote a song? Oh no. What the fuck? What the fuck, Teddy? Teddy, I am not reading any of this out loud. What the fuck, Teddy? Goddamn, thank you for the 5, Teddy, but no, I'm not reading or singing any of that. No.
Edwin even moved to the front seat so she could lie down in the back. But when in the front, Salvo and Edwin tried to talk about what happened last night. It went from jokes to flirting to asking...
No, Teddy, no.
Asking her about what they all did last night, to wanting to massage her feet, and then asking over and over again to pull over and continue yesterday. This was all in spite of Babs' constant excuses to not engage. One of their jokes was supposedly to look back at her eyes in the rearview mirror.
Teddy's here to liven things up. Do it. I'm only... You know what? I'll do it if you donate $100 right now. Then I'll do it.
And constantly joke that she's smiling and that she wants to do it. This caused Babs to put her shirt
That's right, I'm a whore. You gotta pay me if you want me to do something.
Over her head so they couldn't see her eyes. The apex of this was the foot massage, during which Salvo started driving one-handed. You know what I mean. Babs asserts many times
It's not even
everything
that edgy. It's not even that edgy. Hang on, let me go over it once more. All right. My little Ashkenazi, I used to wonder what Jewishness could be, my little Ashkenazi, until you shared all of its magic with me. Came from Europe, tons of fun, a beautiful art, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness it's an easy feat, and the magic makes it all complete. You are my little Ashkenazi with my little Ashkenazi. What the fuck? What the fuck? Teddy, what possessed you? What possessed you to think of this little rhyme here? I don't think the joke is worth $100.
Was consensual, and she does not feel like a victim. However, she points out and confirms Salvo's description of extremely excessive consent, and with her description of them wearing her down in a moving vehicle, as well as their own descriptions of excessive.
No, yeah, you're in a fucking car with two guys who are like constantly asking you for consent to do stuff to you. I mean, imagine that's a little weird, a little creepy.
It sounds more like harassment or coercion. However, those are not words she uses. She prefers to call them creepy, awkward, uncomfy, and pests. For all the comments Edwin made about Babs being a vicious clout demon, she seemed fairly reserved, to the point that Brantley and Keemstar were egging her on to make more outward claims. After dropping off Salvo, Babs and Edwin went back to Babs' house in Pennsylvania for the week. On their first night there, they started drinking and did a stream together from Edwin's phone. But after passing out from the alcohol, Babs woke up to Edwin on Xylie's stream, implying that Babs was creepy for offering Chris a titty shot as a joke. Babs flips out on Edwin considering the car ride they had the night before, leading to a lengthy argument where Babs told him to get out of her house. He didn't, instead locking himself in the upstairs bedroom. In another incident, Babs told Edwin he could go anywhere else except the cat room, where she had raised one of her cats. However, Edwin continued to go in that room again and again. The rest of the week was expected to be very quiet.
Edwin was not allowed in the cat room, and he was denied the cat room,
with the two not talking to each other. Keemstar and Brantley said they suspected something was off when they FaceTimed Babs, and the same day Edwin went home, they picked up Babs on their way to South Carolina. The breaking point was Edwin's New Year stream, where Babs believed that again Edwin didn't really care about the girls Salvo was talking to, or the former friends he was now trying to suck up to. Whilst Babs was on stream, Augie and Boblax leaked this DM from Edwin.
She was lying her head in the seat behind her, and he 1000% was checked consent a bunch of times. It was weird as hell, don't get it twisted.
Anyways, Salvo is weird. Honestly, Teddy, I needed kind of a little palate cleanser like that, because goddamn, this is like a heavy part of the Edwin story. Like, obviously, I can make jokes about him being a sex creep and everything, but it's still like, ooh, this is a little heavy, a little serious.
But nobody was like, yo, what you doing? No.
Well, that's the contention there. She said no, and you and Salvo say there was consent. Was there a clear yes, or was it just her not saying no?
Yeah, I would swear on anything that she never said no to that. There was a point where he literally proposed another session, which she did say no to and did not occur.
Also, I would swear on anything that she never said no does not mean she said yes. You know, I seem to remember a certain YouTuber actually making that point.
Oh, God.
It's still an objectively horrible response to say she didn't say no to what we chose to do together. By saying she never...
Well, did she say yes to your guys' proposal on the sexual acts? Well, she didn't say no. I didn't hear a no, officer. Did she give you consent to kiss her? I didn't hear a no. Is fucking crazy.
Said no. Melanie is putting words, well, actually taking words out of Timothy's mouth and neglecting any sort of accountability with this language.
Later on, Babs leaked a vlog Edwin recorded on her phone, created the morning after the one night at Keemstar's.
What we will talk about is the hand-me-down cope, how people follow the leader. And who is the leader? Nicholas Diorio. I mean, not our leader.
Not my leader.
He doesn't even want to be a leader. He says, why are you guys calling me? Which you would think he'd be flattered by people following his opinion. But for some reason he gets offended by it. Weird.
And you see, Edwin's a fucking chameleon. He's a fucking snake. He'll change his opinions on like whoever is like the most popular guy at the time. Obviously, Salvo was not in the running to be a popular guy at this fucking moment. I didn't hear a no, Your Honor. Well, did you hear a yes? As I said repeatedly, I didn't hear a no. I didn't hear a no, Your Honor.
Some would say he has an overreaction. Nope.
As we saw in the New Year stream, Edwin had gone from Salvo's top guy to condemning and sad puppy head shakes. It was evident Edwin was sucking up to the friends he'd already antagonized.
Nick, it's not a bad thing that you are the commentary arbiter, bro. You know what the f is up. And look, I appreciate you, by the way. Nick, can I just say though, like on a real level, I feel like you and I
on a real level
connect on a real level. Even when you give,
I feel like you and I connect, dude. He says this to the women And it's like the instant they're just like, oh my god, Edwin, I feel so understood by you. I feel so understood. Meanwhile, like anytime he tries to work, he tries this on the dude. It's like they're just like, shut the fuck up, you fucking creep.
Twitter, which I think you misunderstood me. I appreciate you, bro. I wish post Salvo Edwin was in my corner when Keem went after me. Oh no, Nick. Bro. My god,
bro.
Nick.
I was in your
Nick.
corner.
Look, and I don't want to build beef with Keem, but bro, you should see the text he sent me. Oh my god.
You might want to know what secret talk Edwin was referring to. What awful things was Keemstar saying about Nick? Keemstar, December 10th, 8:34 p.m. I just owned Nick again.
So, obviously, I sided with Edwin. Of course I did. This guy's a snake. This guy's a snake in the grass. He was trying to use me to make a friend after he's been nothing but a loser to us for like 2, 3, 4 months now, okay? I get a DM from Keemstar in my group chat. And what is he saying? Nicholas, I heard that you and Augie have a group chat talking and I call Keem and I go, well, what are you talking about?
Teddy, it's because women are more into connecting, guys just want tits.
Everybody talks, but it's not like we're plotting against you. Who the f told you that? You just got off the phone with Edwin. Apparently Edwin went and sang him a song.
In a matter of days, Edwin's reputation had been eviscerated. His view as an advocate for victims was destroyed in the face of allegations and confirmed incidents where he was sexually interacting with his sources. In the worst time he could have been exposed as a proven liar and fraud, he was. It's worth reminding you again that Babs does not have any evidence to support her claims, yet the reason people easily believed her is because
Oh yeah. Like ultimately, this came down to a massive she said, he said, and I think it was. While yes, it was a massive he said, she said. It's the fact that more so Edwin, grossly mishandled the situation by jumping on every single live stream that they could to talk about it. And to deny everything, and then they would mix up words, right? Like initially Edwin's like, "Oh my god, I am so shocked by this. I didn't think he would cheat on his wife," and then you find out that he was participating in a three-way where Salva was cheating on his wife. There are important details of the story that Edwin either is choosing to try and ignore or is just outright lying about that led a lot of people to believe Babs, you know? Now, that being said, am I going to label Edwin as an assaulter? No, but I think he's a creepy dude that likes to use his appearance as a very caring, understanding dude to get with women, because I don't know, as soon as the allegations came about, he starts fucking using terms like bitch and clout chasing whore. It's clear he's just a typical influencer dude who just wants to use his clout to get pussy. That's it.
Because of how Edwin reacted and how Edwin looked. He was a mirror of the people he had criticized. They could not trust a single thing from him. Who did Edwin have left? As the dust settled, leaks poured out from his Discord server, showing a lonely man constantly watching and rewatching the videos made about him without anyone else. Through mid-January and all of February, we were aware that Edwin was working on a response. In the preceding days, Edwin was seemingly hyping this response up on Twitter, but when Edwin did come back, it's safe to say he underdelivered. Streamed on February 26th, the Homeboy Edwin drama...
February 26th, this was a few days after my birthday.
And moving on was pathetic. It's Edwin trying to get back to his soft boy ways after months of increasingly edgy content to appeal to a crowd. Aesthetics aside, he's complaining about the very environment he was a part of and cultivated.
This is the thing though, it's why does everything have to be content, right? It's watch this so we can get more and more drama. It's all endless drama. It's no, I'm not.
And I always hate this in particular, where someone will get into drama, right? They're a drama creator, and then they get into drama, and then like they lose the drama, and then they're just like, he's an assault star. Oh my god. Anyway, like you see this a lot with like commentary channels that get into dramas and then lose those dramas. They go, guys, drama, I've learned that drama is toxic. Drama's toxic, and I don't like it anymore.
It was people that I was friendly or friends with, right? So that was also kind of new.
The Seer guy is the same guy saying he's not used to drama with friends, and he's just being cancelled. The stream has this incredibly fake tone to it, with an attitude just so unlike Edwin at all. Edwin doesn't really...
Why does everything gotta be content? Bro, you were friends with Salvo. Right, Teddy's like, bro, what the fuck?
We talk about Babs in this one, but with Olivia, Edwin does at least say he's made amends. In fact, allegedly, Olivia was coming onto a show until she bailed, leaving Edwin high and dry. Supposedly, this is one of the DMs Edwin sent her.
Don't you think it would be a good way to go out? By helping clear my name from the damage you caused. Okay, yeah.
Edwin admits pursuing Olivia was inappropriate. He states this is the only source he's talked to like this, and confirms their romantic interactions ended Edwin's investigations.
Did we ever see one another? No. But, like, of course, we did have that one FaceTime call that she, you know, told people about. Even though, like, it wasn't initiated by me or anything like that, right? Like the details, like, it doesn't matter. It's just, like, it's stuff that doesn't need to be publicized, and it's just, like, so extra.
Yeah, you know, the details just don't matter. But, also she initiated it. Midway through the stream, Edwin tries
Guys, she was asking for it.
Fails to return to business as usual. However, this doesn't work, and the chat eventually bullies him off.
If all you guys are here for, and all you guys are hungry for, is public drama talk of that was said about me, then okay, that's totally fine. But, not my interest, alright? Cool.
A day after Edwin's stream, he popped up in the live chat of his friend Aiko Rules. Aiko is a small streamer in the community who was a friend of Edwin at the time. She was catching up on everything about Edwin, but Edwin wasn't even roped to calling in. He joined on his own volition after Aiko asked about the so-called cat room. However, when Aiko begins pressing him, Edwin tries to pull her offline.
How many times did this happen? When did she tell you
Well,
this?
once. It only happened once.
Well, then why was it like a thing? I feel like once would be a mistake, but are you saying that she overhyped it?
It's very complicated,
she just,
actually.
She lied about it.
Okay, the thing is, and look, I'd love to talk about this offline. I don't want to provoke, but like, she was very upset that night.
Do you know why she might have been upset about that?
I think she...
Yeah, because you're accusing her of being creepy towards Chris when you and Salvo did what you did, so...
Really was very angry and yeah, just very angry.
Why was she angry?
Oh, suddenly, well, you know, it's been real, but I would love to talk to you.
Yeah. No, Edwin. Nope.
It's bedtime.
Nope. No, you leave now. That's it.
Aiko, come on. We had so much good time. You just cut me off just like that.
Dude, it's like
Edwin
it's so,
states the details
like it's so slimy. He wants to get on calls to defend himself. He wants to get on streams to defend himself. And then the second he gets pushed back on anything, he's just like, well, you know,
the night at Keemstar's house were unnecessary, which again, they would have been, but Edwin lied about not knowing anything of Salvo's cheating. Edwin then lies again here and says he never said that when he did.
But what is the lie that I said, though? Like,
that you did not know that he was cheating on his wife?
I didn't say that I didn't know he was cheating.
Edwin, if you're gonna lie to me, just leave.
But I didn't say that.
I'm just Weasley, you're a liar. You said you were surprised by the cheating. Dude, Joseph, I just showed the fucking clip. The whole reason why you and Nick got into that fight on Tommy's stream was because you claimed that you didn't know anything about the cheating. Stop lying.
Like,
because you're bullshitting me, Edwin.
Edwin later states the reason he called Babs a clout is because he was in a bad mental state.
You know, I was like in a fucked up mental state. Like, that's like...
Yeah, guys, I promise. I was only using sexist language to discredit someone telling their story because I was just in a really bad mental state.
It was stupid of me, and that's why I apologize therefore.
The call ends with Edwin admitting he apologized to the girl who was accusing him of making her uncomfortable.
Okay, do you feel like you and Salvo pressured her at any point?
No, 100%
Never?
no.
Not that she didn't
I mean-
consent. She said she consented to everything, right?
There was nothing that I pressured for at all.
Okay, so
If anything.
she hid in her t-shirt for no reason.
She was hungover, and
You know what?
later
Yeah.
on she revealed that she was also uncomfortable, which, you know, like, I feel bad for her, and, you know, I apologize to her.
I feel bad. I feel bad. Bro, you put her in that situation. What?
Yeah.
Why-
Anyways,
like,
I'm
okay, so
sorry.
why-
I really didn't mean to. I
No,
didn't know
no.
this was gonna be the kind of the vibe. What?
Well, then I'm sorry. I guess you just don't know that, like, the things that we talked about with, like, abusive situations. Like, I actually do care about that.
Genuine about that? I invite you to have a call off stream. I would love for that, you know?
I invite you to have a call on stream so that way the audience doesn't see how bad of a person I am.
I don't think you're going to be any more honest
then
than
you
you
don't
are
really
now.
care.
Yeah,
Then you
no,
don't really-
not, I think you're full of I don't think you're being honest, but
And
maybe
unfortunately,
someday you
Aiko,
will.
you're full of too, because you don't care, and you'll find out eventually.
I will say this whole interaction with Aiko led to some of the funniest shit. Led to some of the funniest content that we got within. I know it's tangentially related to the Edwin stuff, but like I had a fun time covering Aiko.
Though Edwin's reputation was skewered and Aiko's interview was the cherry on top, Edwin was still hesitant to directly engage with the allegations. But the day after Aiko's stream, Xylee went live, proudly announcing she had seen evidence from Babs and knew everything. The stream devolved into Xylee pressing Repzilla on his ties with Edwin, trying to walk him into admitting Edwin was guilty of abuse.
Yeah, oh my, dude, D-Max and Matt Pitt. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, and Beavers. And Beavers is there too.
This is all a huge gear change because Babs was very adamant that no crimes had ever been committed in that car ride. Xylee's stream was a car crash, and it gave an out to Salvo and Edwin to cry false allegations. Edwin would later post to Twitter denouncing the stream and announcing his intent to now respond to Babs. Babs would later call into AugieRFC's After Hours and reiterate that she was not accusing Salvo and Edwin of any crimes. The rumored gotcha was that Babs had recordings that proved parts of her story. From March onwards, neither party really committed to their idea of the silent workhorse. Edwin and Salvo would debate Babs on their stream in early April. Edwin would later put up impromptu streams arguing about Babs because he had called her, apparently accidentally, and she said Edwin was going after her.
Oh, damn.
Meanwhile, people like Aiko were constantly covering Edwin, to the point that Edwin would remove entire streams whilst Aiko was live covering them. Edwin also tried to accuse Babs of being into age play, because she drunkenly joked about being 15 to get Edwin into trouble whilst he was live. When Aiko responded by pointing out Edwin's DDLG relationship and making a joke about school zones, Edwin just straight up called Aiko a pedophile. Most importantly, Babs gave Aiko a recording of her confronting Edwin.
After I'm not falling asleep on the floor, you're gonna make it all or whatever. I was just trying to give Chris a titty shot. And yeah, we pushed him.
I was just trying to give Chris a titty shot.
A little bit, of course. We were all having fun. But you guys were being way worse than me. You know who showed him to where he could sleep? Me. You know who checked on him? Me.
Yeah, this was like, I don't know, this is like kind of like frat bro energy with all this. Like they're like, they all got drunk. You have a group of people that are very sexual with each other outside of Chris. And they tried to include Chris on like the sexual activity to some degree. Now, would they like would they have offered would they have offered a Chris a spot in the in the little tango? Who knows, right? But like, I don't know, it's fucking awkward, man. This is like because I know there was like some stuff like what was it? People were like speculating if Babs, Keem, and Brantley all had like a thing going on too. I don't know. This seems like this was like a show where everyone wanted to fuck each other, and Chris was just like the one guy that was like, "I thought we were here just to make content." Like poor fucking Chris the Narc, man.
And you got big with me in my own home. Get big with me. Get big with me. Like, no, hell no. I'm actually so mad. I'm actually so mad. stand up to me. I actually had to get up off my floor and man square up to you because you were getting that big with me. That's ridiculous to me. I'm a female and you're in my house. My landlord lives right next door. You're screeching. I'm not an internet person. I still need a real job. Like, don't make me seem out like I'm some sort of weird. Hell no. Okay, I don't give a you think that's what it seemed like. And you're trying to square up to me. No. You're not gonna do that in my own house. It's disrespectful. And I am so fast. And no, I just think it's absolutely just not okay.
I know. I agree.
On July 29th, 2023, Edwin finally released his 2-hour-plus response to the allegations made by Babs. Edwin states his relationship with Babs was not as serious as she presented, even if he flew out to see her. On the night at Keemstar's, Edwin makes a big deal out of saying he did nothing gay, and was fine with Salvo and her having a fun time.
Guys, I may have been a cuck, but I'm not gay. I love how that's like what he feels the need to defend himself on. Is like, guys, I'm not gay. I'm just a cuck.
Time in the same room as him. This is disputing Babs' following versions of whether he was a gay cuck or not. It turns out that according to him, he's just a cuck. Edwin also maintains the car ride stuff was consensual and misframed. According to him, Babs would play along, she was down to do stuff, the t-shirt stuff was her playing coy, but also at the same time they thought her hiding under the t-shirt was due to her being hungover. This is all testimony, but supported by a brutal clip where Babs says she enjoyed the foot massage.
To be clear, the stuff she's talking about is the foot stuff, the licking on the toes and
Rapzilla was
everything
another
like
weird
that.
one to get
She
involved in
enjoyed it.
this. I understand that him and Edwin were kind of homies due to the Onision days, but man, this is like a weird situation to insert yourself in. I would not want to get personally involved in this with a 10-foot fucking pole. You know what I mean?
She had a good time. She liked that. She told me
She
that,
liked it.
right? Yes.
Edwin states that inside Babs' house, he felt like he was walking on eggshells. The argument they had on the first night was far less than she had described it. Edwin proves this by showing clips of the very stream where the false accusations were happening, and basically them just having a good time on there. He doesn't show him joking about Chris deserving to make a twit longer on Babs, but that is still a joke, not him, quote, screeching that she was a racist. Edwin then goes over the recording of him, saying that she came in to confront him, and highlighting how she left out the cat room incident from this fight, taking away the sort of context. Edwin accuses Babs of being far more aggressive and forcing him to go upstairs. It's worth noting Babs admits she's on probation because of a physical assault on a co-worker that led her to lose her job. By all means, this is a great piece of evidence from Edwin. Whilst Babs was preparing a full response, she ultimately decided not to, and a decent portion of the community took this response as a total debunk. However, some people, mainly Aiko and Babs, pointed out various issues with the situation. The evidence Edwin presented definitely puts him in a great light, but he didn't just let what proof he had speak for itself. Instead, he tries to deconstruct Babs' story in every facet possible, and by doing so, issues popped up. For a man whose allegations were deeply ingrained due to him being an unreliable narrator, he stays very adamant by his own narration. On occasion, Edwin accuses Babs of saying or doing things that never happened. In one instance, he accused Babs of implying the night at Keemstar's house was coercive. This is a complete lie, and it's no coincidence he doesn't have a clip to back this claim up.
Yeah, no,
Edwin
it was never.
tries
It was never what happened. No, yeah, it was never what happened at Keem's house that was the problem. It was the car ride after, like the car ride to her home. That was the problem.
Over and over and over again to say Babs directly accused him of assault, because on Augie's stream she told people to leave Zali alone. However, he omits the several times in that stream she clarifies she was not assaulted, including the time where she says it after that clip.
I'm still standing by. I don't feel like any laws were broken. I wasn't assaulted, whatever. Did they toe that line? All puns intended. Yeah, but they didn't cross it. I just want to say, guys, don't be too hard on. It's hard. Like Xylee saw the proof, so I feel like that's why she's more passionate about it. Like
Well,
I didn't know.
what-
She was gonna,
But you
I
said
didn't
the
watch-
proof wasn't even that significant. So how does it change the story?
It just
That's what I'm
backs up her
confused.
story.
It just backs it
up
up
her story.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably gets like 5% worse. Again, it doesn't change the fact that I wasn't like assaulted or anything. It just like proves that they're lying.
Another part is about the deck of cards. One part of Babs' story is that she wasn't going into the three-way for anything crazy. She was using playing cards that she does with all her friends.
You guys catch that part about Babs bringing her own deck of cards? She can repeat it all she wants, but that ain't true. I can't confirm her lying about the most irrelevant detail, which she repeats with strange emphasis. Her bringing a deck of cards for us to play with, a physical deck of cards, which she repeats emphasis on, right? It was a drinking game card app on her phone, nothing physical. Again, so weird for her to lie about the most irrelevant detail.
Why does it matter to debunk that detail though? Why does it matter to debunk that? Even if, like, whether it was a physical deck of cards or like if it was just a card app, like, why does it matter?
Edwin recorded on Babs' phone. Babs claimed that you can quite literally see a physical deck of cards on the table next to him. Whilst the footage is blurry here, I can make out the pattern on the deck of cards, but I completely understand if this isn't as convincing. I could talk about other stuff that I may have seen, like contradictory complaints or inconsistencies. I'm pretty sure Edwin lied about not watching videos and streams about himself, like I can see the screenshot in front of me. However, as I don't have the time to play all the clips Edwin has against Babs, I feel it'd be unfair to air out all the criticisms against Edwin's video. Ultimately, both parties have put out their side, pitted it against one another. As said before, Edwin's response video was received somewhat well, and a lot of his burnt bridges were back to neutral terms.
Yeah, I would say relatively. She was pressured and taken advantage of. Well, I go by what she says. And she has never she's never claimed that they assaulted her or anything in that notion. She does talk about how much of sex pests they were and everything. Like, obviously these guys are being creepy. I don't want to label them as like rapists or anything or assaulters. I think it's perfectly fine just to call them what they are, which is all fucking like sex pest creeps.
Nicholas Diorio was even down to host a conversation in September, hashing out his issues outside of Babs. Yet even with Nick's softer tone, this interview would be a severe reality check. Edwin notably doesn't apologize or admit to a lot, trying to turn around his behavior on everyone else. He fails to address the double standards for Boblux and Salvo until he gets pressed on it. He says he didn't expect Aiko or Tommy to bombard him with questions when it was his choice to call into both and he knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, the stream, you know how I was a topic of stream and it was about like my situation and how Tommy is a commentary guy and Aiko was like a T channel person. Yeah, I totally didn't expect them to ask questions about it. It was weird. What?
Aiko was covering him and the first thing she did when she saw him is tell him to go away.
Edwin, go away.
When asked about the Olivia situation, Edwin deflects by saying he didn't start it, he didn't do it voluntarily, whatever that means. It's taking away all agency from like a 34-year-old man, it's hard to buy it. Edwin even says he didn't know what a threesome or thing was by proper definition. Again, possible,
bullshit.
But how
bullshit. You're a fucking guy in your 30s and you don't know what a fucking threesome is. Bullshit.
hard to believe considering he once ran a series educating people on sexual topics. This was meant to be Edwin's post-response vindication, the rise up from the ultimate backstab. Unfortunately, the audience weren't buying it, and although Edwin was able to get a decent rapport, it wasn't exactly stable. But for those who just wanted to condemn Edwin, it turns out they didn't need Babs to do it. On September 16th, 2023, a video from Just a Kid Who Rants, aka Colton.
Oh god, Just a Kid Who Rants Colton with his own allegations against him too.
Went on for YouTube. The focus was Edwin, specifically his past in relation to minors. Edwin would interact with his fans in strange ways, including a public Snapchat named Sexy Edwin. This is unfortunately not much of a shock, as we are aware of Edwin's Sexual Saturday segments.
I know that schools have their education and parents try to teach their kids to not have at a young age.
But when is the right age?
One interaction that Colton highlighted was with a 14-year-old, who Edwin messaged on Twitter promoting his videos. I assume this is just an automatic message, so nothing too weird here. However, when this girl responds, Edwin notes that he's seen her in Sear's chat. She responds saying she saw him too, she was just kidding, and she loves Edwin and Sear. Edwin replies, saying, "Good girl." The two would interact on Snapchat.
Yeah, this is, very creepy. Very, very, very creepy, Edwin. What the fuck? Why you do this, Edwin?
Chat where, in response to a question, Edwin sends this girl a shirtless selfie. Interactions like this were all about the place on Edwin's Snapchat, and it was both private and public. In one post, Edwin is wearing nothing, only censoring the explicit parts with scribbles and the words naked AF. Pictures like those were lucky to have a scribbled censor. This wasn't the last of these interactions. Edwin would reward these sometimes underage fans with naked pics if they retweeted his videos, like in this instance. The girl captioning a post saying she skipped class for this doesn't make it any better. Another DM to a 17-year-old is not sexual, but reads, "Hi bae, I'm grateful for you and your kisses." Back when Edwin and Sia were close, a running joke on their channels was Mommy Edwin and Daddy Sia, as their fans would refer to them. Several hashtags, streams together, and even them both cross-dressing on their streams. This is fascinating when you pair this with Edwin's own view on cross-dressing and the relation with fans, especially back on that call with Chud Logic about...
Yeah, so like, what do you have to say about this, Edwin? I'm curious, what do you have to say about this? My rule is just to never call anyone good girl. It always just has demonic vibes. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's like, just like, instantly it has like creepy energy to it, you know?
Sia.
The only picture I've seen that concerned me was the one where he was with Hassan and somebody else, and they were like dressed like, because that's like such a trap for like young fans to be like, when they cross-dressing and they're wearing skirts, like, I feel like that's like trapping for, like, that's like little girl thirst bait, no? Like, adults don't think that.
Jesus.
Am I wrong?
Did you forget that you did this? Did you forget that you did this like 10 years ago? Good girls for dogs. Even if someone is being a good girl, I call them exquisite female. What? Exquisite female. Well, I'm sorry, adequate. I think that's what you said. Adequate. Sorry, adequate female. Adequate female.
Right?
They were dressed up as women.
Yeah.
And you were saying that little girls are going to be more interested in that.
Well, certainly not adult women or even little boys. Like girls, like younger audiences, like are into. Oh my God, he's out there being silly. Like, oh my God, I don't know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Chats, both of our chats.
However, some streams were even weirder. On occasion, Edwin would do streams at least shirtless, writing the names of his fans on his body. There were also multiple entirely naked shower streams, with his lower half just about cropped out. The only thing he seems to be wearing in the entire thing was a white glove.
So I'm back home from work, and guess what? I'm doing a live show. You guys, say something in the chat. Oh, hi, chat. Y'all look so beautiful. Taco, says Amanda. Look, when I get like top fans, I will basically write their names on my body, and I don't know, it's just kind of a way to say things. I love like chatting with you guys live, and honestly, I'm gonna go to bed after this, but first I'm gonna shower live on camera.
Whilst none of this is indicative of hard-cut grooming, it shows Edwin was irresponsible.
Bullshit. How did he get away with this? But what if you want to be called the good girl by someone? Is it wrong? Well, no. If you got consent, if you guys have consent to call each other whatever, then do it. But like, if you're just random, if you just go to a girl and you randomly call her good girl, it's just creepy. So somehow the white glove makes it creepier than if it was naked. Yeah, you're right. Because like, why the glove? Why the glove?
About himself and his audience. He was an adult with a degree in psychology. He pretty clearly knew who his audience was. It was a lot of teenagers. You could even say this was normalized during the time he was coming up in. However, this is the very kind of behavior he used to accuse Sia of being a pedophile, with little to any evidence. So it's not surprising that his own standards would apply to himself.
He was very like sexual with his fans. It was very, and like if he hasn't deleted his tweets, you could probably see like tweets from his like 2016.
Oh, dude, this is just it. You're just talking about yourself here. You're just talking about yourself. This was normalized to show appreciation to fans. I feel like there are better ways to show appreciation to fans, I feel like there are much better ways. Aw, Teddy, why you gotta be mean? Why you gotta be mean to Kickin? Why you gotta be mean to Kicken? Kicken has done nothing wrong.
2015, 2014, you can see a lot of his sexual tweets, like talking to fans and stuff. If people really wanted to dig in, if he doesn't delete his tweets, you could see it.
Upon the release of all this information, Edwin published a statement to Twitter.
This has gone too far. There was never any targeting, grooming, or contacting of minors for sexual gratification as is being painted. It was popular to encourage fans to retweet new videos 7 to 10 years ago by offering a DM or a pic, and I did so a few times, with some cringe messages at worst. Some of these DMs were posted by fans back then are now being spread around by others to paint a perverse light without this context. The DMs are criticizable and look very cringe in hindsight, but to make anything more of it after others looked through hundreds of tweets to see if the fans were underage or not, to force that as a factor is disgusting. If you're genuinely concerned over these victims, please feel free to reach out to them to validate these false claims made on their behalf. Y'all can hate and criticize me all you want, but sensationalizing lies week after week has got to be exhausting for y'all too. I would like to move on from personal drama, and I hate that people won't let me.
The documentation of Edwin's weird past was enough to kill any reputation he had left. Even if the information had an unplanned release through a commentary troll, it was enough. And despite being known as a troll, Colton did pretty well. Though Edwin did try to come back to a second channel and cover the same sort of...
Not really. Colton kind of dropped the ball on that. Nice to catch the morning show. Yeah, well, hey, Skelly, how you doing? How you doing, Skelly? Why did your message go through 3 times? God damn. You can make a thank you video or something. I don't know, man. With the right motivation, yes, I can be. Oh my god, dude, what is this? What is this? What's going on in my chat? I'm very concerned. I'm very scared right now.
topics, no one really cared what he had to say. The only person he was affiliated with was a still active doxer. Edwin's channels are now inactive. Apart from the famous Edwin vlog channel where he gives occasional updates on his life, Edwin has most likely gone into a real-life job, and I don't see him returning anytime soon. It spells the end of a nearly 20-year career on YouTube, one that by all means was never meant to get this far. Through a combination of luck and opportunities, Edwin always managed to hitch his wagon from one place to another. The way I see it, Edwin's career has always been directed by his feelings. It seems like he never really grew up. He might be over 35 now, but in reality he's still stuck back in those early 2000s, tripping forward through fighting every former friend. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe.
Great video by Toastify. I would seriously go and recommend Terrible Work Connection. Oh, gotcha. You can stop flirting with me. You're scaring John. But no, yeah. Oh god. Let's see. Oh my god. Over 3 hours just on the fucking Edwin video. Okay. Well, this is the thing, chat. This is a thing. So I do have some smaller topics that we could maybe turn into either a smaller, like a shorter stream, or we could continue doing this one. Let's see what chat wants. Let's see what chat wants. I know I don't want a Q&A. I don't want a Q&A. Poll. Hang on. Well, Teddy, I don't want you to call me. Stop chatting. You should be working, little bitch. What the fuck? Teddy, what the fuck? Why are you being mean to my co-host? Why are you being mean to my co-host? What the fuck, Teddy? Teddy, why are you being so mean? Help me clean up YouTube, John. I'm good. I'm good, Teddy. I'm good. I'm good, Teddy. I'm good, Teddy. Okay. The poll has ended. We got majority to say yes. Okay, suck it. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, dude, I got people telling each other to suck it in chat. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Okay. Well, the first secondary topic I have is by Rob's Media. It's a new video that actually released like yesterday, and it is called "The Worst YouTuber Merch of All Time."
Pipe attack. From oddly named gummy supplements to cursed neckbeard plushies, today we count down the 13 worst pieces of YouTuber merchandise. Number 13, Dream's baby photo wristband. The Minecraft YouTuber Dream has a history of selling
Number 15
terrible merch to his fans, with most of the criticism coming from how
bland it is, because like his character is like super bland, and so like any merch that's made off of it just kind of sucks.
Simplistic they are. Yes, they're based on his channel logo, but it doesn't excuse how laughably bad these designs can be. Not only that, but some of these things are crazy expensive, like the infamous $50 Dream Plus.
Right, and like it's just a gray blob with a smiley face on it. That fucking sucks. Teddy, oh my god. Oh, you're telling Teddy to unzip his pants? What the fuck? Number 1 goth mommy merch. Can we get rid of YouTube? Can we get rid of YouTube of the micro? I mean, bad. Oh my god, Teddy. Dream looks like an apologetic. Oh my god, Teddy. Why? What, Teddy? Why?
Plushy.
He was literally in the studio being like, I must drum up a new idea for a plushie to sell. Oh, I got one. This, and this. This is gonna make me millions.
But easily the worst piece of merch from Dream was his $25 slap-on bracelet that was launched in September of 2022. Why is it so pricey, you may ask? Well, for some reason, he decided to include it with a flash drive containing old baby photos, chapters from Dream's old books, memes off his camera roll, and much, much more. Basically,
Dude, it's so, like... And, like, him cultivating this kind of fucking fan base backfired on him so hard. Because I know it's, like, the cool thing now to hate Dream. The problem wasn't, like, Dream's content itself. Dream's content was very inoffensive. But Dream cultivated this very parasocial audience that, like, he took full advantage of and only tried to disavow after it backfired on him. This is gonna make millions. To be fair, it did. No, it did. That's because like this, like the merch stuff was all at the height of his popularity and everything. So like he made a fucking mint off of that. If I remember correctly, he'll probably explain it later on in this video. But if I remember correctly, Dream's justification for why everything was so expensive is because instead of like partnering with like a third party company in like China or whatever, he partnered with like local manufacturers in like his hometown.
Useless junk to anyone besides rabid Dream stands. This only amounted to more ridicule from others online, who believed he was feeding into these parasocial freaks to his own detriment. The same fans who were trying to dox him and attack him in real life. It would take a potentially career-ruining scandal for Dream to stop playing into these stands, even addressing how creepy and weird it was for him to sell his baby photos. He essentially put the blame on his parents for the idea, claiming they just wanted to make the product unique without thinking externally.
The intent. Dude, what? Why are you blaming your parents for what's clearly like your idea?
Wasn't at all to sell pictures of me when I...
My justification would be I like money and my fans would pay it because they dumb as shit. At least you're honest about it.
I was a baby, which other celebrities have actually literally done. The intent was just to show a little bit of where I'm from. Like you would show pictures
Yeah, dude. And guess what? You're a fucking internet celebrity. You're not a fucking you're not a fucking You're not a Hollywood star. You're just some dude on the internet.
There's in a biography you would sell or something. It was my version of a little biography with writing and pictures and quotes. I think there's definitely something to be said about the concept of being in possession of a file of someone else's baby picture versus it just being in a physical book. So I totally get it. But you have to recognize that that's clearly not the intention. It should be something funny or cringe to make fun of and not be a serious thing, like being about pedophilia.
Number 12. Tommy Innett's clothing collection. Dream's former friend turned petty rival also has some embarrassing merch, made worse by how flashy it is. Say what you will about Dream shirts, but at least most normal people wouldn't know it's merch based on a YouTuber. They might just see it as a simple smiley face, but with Tommy, his shirts feature his
Oh god, well like it looks like he's trying to do like some off-brand like Teddy Fresh stuff, doesn't it? Like the bright colors and everything. This looks like very Teddy Fresh inspired.
Name in bright text, letting everyone know how much of a loser you are. If you're over the age of 18 and wearing this shit, you legit need to rethink your life. Not even joking there. This is infinitely worse than anything put out by Teddy Fresh or any similar brands. But nothing is as embarrassing as Tommy's core collection from last year, which features such designs as I love my fans, King of Chaos, Tommy Innit, I hate goats, tried Vapely once, when has morality ever been cool? You can call me anything, but do not call me poor. And he just lives for the drama, with Tommy describing himself as a messy drama queen. Speaking of which, his drama with Dream is actually what made me look into his shitty merch. Long story short, Tommy had been spreading some of the false accusations against Dream, resulting in him being called a retard. Tommy cried foul, so Dream made a response where he criticized how performative and
Okay, actually though, make your YouTube merch not obviously YouTube merch. Yeah, I mean like for all the criticisms I have against someone like was it Elvis the Alien? Like if you look at some of his I think some of his stuff is overpriced. But like, you know, some of his merch is like looks cool.
Shallow he is. It's the perfect way to describe his merch, both the messaging of it and in terms of how it's made.
I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, alright? I'm doing the best with what I have.
Tommy went with a merch company that actually had some really cool designs, with some very hardworking child laborers to make it possible.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, that company
is like, your designs are lazy. Will your designs involve child labor? Dude, how can you support human rights when you support child labor? That's actually kind of funny.
He also scammed a bunch of his viewers, and multiple of his creator friends got scammed and literally never got paid, and the company went bankrupt.
The biggest creators in the world are at the center of a scam, and I don't know if I should talk about it.
Some have been defrauded, others are associated, and most are plain embarrassed.
This is actually true and was investigated by CoffeeZilla.
Number 11, Cunny's Gummies. These are creatine gummies released by the Australian
child labor's base. Just disavow, Teddy, disavow.
Fitness influencer Adam Sullivan. Because of that, it's hard to judge these based on taste. They're obviously meant as supplements and not a snack. Though many have criticized how much they cost and how many gummies you'd have to consume versus the standard powdered creatine. But clearly the main point of contention is the name, Cunny's Gummies, which has a very disturbing connotation.
Oh no.
According to Adam, Cunny's is meant as a term of endearment for those in his fitness community. But to everyone else, the term cunny is synonymous.
No, I see the problem with it instantly. I see the problem with it instantly there, buddy. What the fuck?
With lolicon material, which sexualize underage characters. Clearly, Adam didn't intend for this, but one simple Google search could have stopped this embarrassing blunder. Pretty much everyone else, including those in his home country of Australia, think the same is really bad and decreases the quality of his product for him.
This is disgusting.
Why? Because they're called Cunnies.
Cunnies Gummies. They're called Cunnies Gummies.
He's made millions off of it.
Oh, okay. S! Put that shit in E now.
Number 10. Did you eat today?
That's good.
Shirts. In early 2021, YouTuber and TikToker Sienna May would launch a new clothing line, meant to spread body positivity. But unbeknownst to her, it sent the wrong message. The oversimplified shirts came with taglines like, "Confidence is cute," and "Every body is beautiful." But the third, "Did you eat today?" was thought to be a mockery of those of eating disorders. While a select few were offended,
Yeah, I mean that's. I'm more offended by like how bad the merch design is. That's literally it. It's just like a hoodie with like the text on it, and you want me to pay like how much?
others
Goddamn.
just thought the design was vague and could lead to confusion, leading to Sienna making a statement that she quickly deleted after further backlash. The post received comments like, "Whatever message being worn on the hoodie isn't going to help anyone struggling. All it does is turn a serious issue into a superficial aesthetic." And, "Imagine being a poor person on the streets and seeing a corny girl wearing a hoodie that says, 'Did you eat today?'" She would later make a second statement, this time on TikTok, where she places the blame on her youth and stands by her original intent.
Hey guys, I've heard the messages from many of you and I'm deeply sorry for any offense caused. I'm young and I'm still navigating the world and this industry, and obviously I will not always get it right the first time. I care deeply about inclusivity and I strive to lead by example. That means listening. With that said, I have heard you and I have removed the merch.
At the time, this was her biggest controversy, though it was soon eclipsed by serious allegations of sexual assault, video evidence being provided, and a terrible interpretive dance apology video. I did a whole video.
What? I'm sorry. What? Gaslight, gas, keep, girl boss. Did she assault someone? What? And her response is to do like a interpretive dance. Body positivity, lol. Funny. How funny would it be if they made those shirts only extra small, no other size? That would be so fucked up, Daddy. That would be fucked up.
On this saga last year if you're interested.
Number 9. Terrible U2's figurines. U2's is a vinyl brand that launched in 2019 focused on figurines of internet memes and creators. Basically just Funko Pops, but made for basement-dwelling losers who watch Twitch streams. The brand has collaborated with many YouTubers, some of those figurines looking somewhat decent. But many have reported quality issues over the years, with some U2's being shipped broken or
God damn, man.
having miscoloration. These criticisms would amount over time, with even 2Mad shit-talking the company on stream.
They just want to fucking milk me, like literally. I sold one YouTube, it sold fine. They only made 1,000 pieces, but it sold out. Easy. They gave me $7 per toy, and they have the fucking balls to come back to me, ask me to make another YouTube's, and then I asked them, yo, give me the same split you're giving everybody else. Give me the same split, $10 per toy, and they're like, nah, we can't do that.
No, we can't do that. Sorry, buddy.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Literally die. And they're like, their shit's like copyrighted too. They're like selling memes that they don't even fucking own. Like they're literally selling Sonic toys. This shit's fucking illegal. Like, why are you being scumbags? What's the point of being a scumbag? Like, you have a really cool business idea. You have people, good artists who can make really cool things. You have 3D modelers who can, you know, make really artistic, cool things that are original. Why be a scumbag and copy things and give people shitty splits? Like, you're just gonna have people like me shit talking.
2Mad got his own figurine the year prior, and at this point, it's probably cursed with some sort of bad juju. There's an evil spirit in there ready to drive to Oregon. Speaking of which, there's been many U2's figurines of now.
Chris, the meme god. Oh, that's a that's a blast from the past right there. How much do you think those U2's of him go for now? Of her, sorry. Him at the time, her now.
Canceled YouTubers, which was bound to happen. Imagine still owning a Mini Lad or I'm Alex toy.
I think Nick has at the very least. I think he has the Mini Lad U2 still. He's talked about it before. I know he at least had some at one point.
Best thing to do is throw a brick at them. But there's some based on already shit YouTubers at the time, like Nuxtaku or the Dobre twins, which many have criticized for having laughably bad designs. Possibly the worst collectible released by the company has to be the Beluga toy, based on that shitty meme edit YouTube channel that makes slop for children. For $30, you get a 2-inch tall piece of plastic resembling a cat with sunglasses. Good job.
$30? $30? What the fuck?
U2's.
Number 8. Xanderhall's Lazy Merch. Xan is another.
Why would you buy U2's? YouTube.
Another creator I've done a full documentary on if interested. He's a leftist bread tuber.
No way, Xandral has had merch?
Who streams himself, owning the conservatives, but has lost favor of most in his community. Xanderhall has burned nearly every bridge he's had with other creators, leading to some embarrassing leaks that tarnished his reputation.
I hate all of them, Cherry. I want all of them to die. I would kill Keffels in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even shoot her. I'd beat her to death with the gun.
Because of this, Xan has resorted to e-begging on his stream, struggling to make $5 in donations after 2 hours.
Let us move on, but first I gotta update the dono goal to reflect the generous singular donation.
John, would you buy a U2s of me? What would your U2s even be? You don't appear on camera. You don't have like an avatar that represents you. You're just you, Teddy. What would represent you?
We've gotten so far. Thank you for the $5, guys. I appreciate it.
With this in mind, it's no wonder that he's resorted to extreme measures to make money, including selling some of the crappiest merchandise I've ever seen. He basically slapped a shitty X logo.
Dude, that is like YouTube. Yeah, it's YouTuber merch 101 right there. Goddamn.
Logo on some clothes and called it a day, including a mug and a sports bra. Xan, buddy, I don't think any woman is going to advertise your crumbling YouTube channel on her tits. But the funniest design is that
a teddy bear.
This I was radicalized by Minecraft shirt, trying to poke fun at some of his critics. It doesn't work though, since according to his old content, this claim is true. He played in the 2B2T server and thought he was being radicalized into
a teddy bear herd holding the N-word card. Oh my god.
Nazi because people are spamming slurs in chat.
And that's another thing too. It's like dude, if you want to promote your merch, why don't you wear it on stream? Like I don't ever see like say what you will about the Tipster merch. Tipster wore his merch on live stream, right? I don't ever see Xanderhall wear any of his merch. I mean, come on. If you're not even gonna wear your own merch, then why should I buy it?
I'm sure having a black guy model a shirt like this was a great choice. I don't condone violence, but if you're out in public wearing this shit, you might as well expect to get your ass kicked. It's like an invitation.
Number 7. Mina Cookies. Twitch darling and professional rage baiter Pokimane.
Xanderhall's merch should be a shirt that says, "Don't use PayPal as your bank." Yeah.
Would begin marketing a new line of cookies in November 2023. Many thought these were overpriced, being $28 for a single pack. However, you were actually getting 4 packs for that price, though for some reason that was the minimum amount you could buy. The real criticism was that the Mina cookies were actually repackaged from another brand, Toasties Midnight Mini Cookies, yet were promoted as some sort of health snack. In reality, the cookies had lower amounts of vitamin D than claimed, leading to allegations of false advertising. Even still, the situation really didn't blow up until Pokey responded on stream.
Oh yeah, because it was really dumb because it's just like she just slapped her name on like an already existing cookie brand, and then like. Anyways, bye, Johnny. Go. Have a good one, Teddy. Have a good one.
Ways possible.
Like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
I feel dude. By the way, this is millionaire Pokimane who's like says that she's against like she's for taxing the rich and is against billionaires. But we'll call you a broke boy if you don't want to buy her merch. Which I get it, like $28 for like 4 packs. I get on paper that sounds like a good deal, but like why can't I buy packs individually? Like why do I have to buy 4 of them? Why can't I just buy 1 pack to see if I like the cookies to begin with?
If you want to pay $8 for Twitter Blue for some pixels, that's okay. That's fine. You spend your money how you want. I'll spend mine how I want. And everyone else will spend theirs how they want. That's the beauty.
This highly agitated response from her made her seem out of touch and dishonest, and she failed to respond to any of the legit claims against her. Pokey did later address the repackaging claims, but this failed to convince people. This project seemed to be a massive failure, as only 2 years later, the Mina website had no products available for sale. YouTuber Scott Schaefer investigated this, theorizing that the company secretly went out of business. He asked Pokimane directly, leading her to quietly delete everything.
I don't really know what's going on with their website, but I definitely think this company knows.
That's yikes. Yikes.
And I think it proves my point that I was making in the first video, that the reason they left the website up, even though they hadn't been selling products since October and they had no contact information, was because they knew, you know, it would be a lot of bad press for Pokimane if it came out that her company shut down, which is exactly what happened.
Number 6. Zoella's Advent Calendar. Zoella is your stereotypical vlogger and beauty YouTuber who's been left in a bygone era. I'm sure most of you didn't even know who she was. I surely didn't.
Yeah, no, this just looks like generic white woman number 5.
Honestly, this whole controversy I'm about to inform you of is the only interesting thing she's been a part of.
She looks like Gabby Hanna right there.
Zoella announced a 50-pound advent calendar, which was widely mocked for how ridiculously overpriced it was. I mean, the only company that can get away with selling an advent calendar that expensive is LEGO. Cause come on, it comes with a Dr. Doom minifigure. Unnecessary LEGO tangent aside, Zoella's product only included 12 doors instead of the usual 24 or 25, and it was filled with mostly useless junk. This includes cheap cookie cutters, a flimsy pen, a notepad, stickers, and a small bag of confetti.
And as you can tell, it's green and gold stars.
Yeah, that sucks. This sucks.
I mean, it's confetti. Door number 2. Jamie, door number 2's got confetti in it. It's a bag of fucking confetti, mate. She's taking the piss.
It really just feels like she took the piss, and Zoella's response was to simply place the blame on the retailer. The calendar's price was soon cut in half, though critics pointed out that all the items combined cost even less than that, being £20.
Number 5. Tana Mojo's Tana Condoms. In the summer of 2018,
Tana Mojo
Tana
sold
attempted to create
condoms?
a
What?
viable competitor to VidCon called TanaCon, which quickly fell apart due to poor planning. Around 5,000 people showed up.
Oh, this was so funny to watch at the time. The coverage of
Way too many for the incredibly small venue. Many of these attendees had to wait outside, suffering through dehydration and heat strokes. The lucky few who got to come inside were treated to a Tana-themed gift bag containing items such as a wristband, lanyard, phone grip, and a condom. This Tana-branded prophylactic was probably cheaply made and clearly included as a last-minute addition.
This condom, I heard that it was
really
cheap too.
It's like Trojan would never. I mean, I can't.
I mean, thank God they gave you guys condoms because you guys all got fucked.
I mean,
It's very weird to include, since many of Tana's fans were on the younger side, with some being in
I thought she had like a teenage audience.
their young teens. And even if one of her teenage fans were to use it, the condom looks so poorly made that they would have been a better option to just have unsafe sex.
Number 4. Offending Everybody's terrible shirts. Offending Everybody is one of
Oh, dude, offending everybody. He's kind of funny. No, this is a YouTuber I like. What the fuck?
those YouTubers who's overly edgy to disguise the fact that he's terribly unfunny. And nothing encapsulates that better than
I'm being called out for liking his content. What the
the
fuck?
merch he was selling in 2024. Stuff you really shouldn't be caught wearing in public. Designs like, I don't wash my hands, any hole will do, friends, and best part of a dog, they can never say no.
Oh, disavowed. Oh, no, please God, no. What the fuck? That's awful. Please God, no.
And I'm sure I'll get some comments like, Rob, you fell for the bait. You're getting offended by his really cool merch designs. Yeah, I'm not offended. I just think the shit is lame. It's edgy for the sake of being edgy. I like saying some wild things in my videos, but my jokes usually have substance and, well, a punchline. This guy is just being a tryhard. All to make clothes that shouldn't be worn in public. Not simply because it's distasteful, but because it's embarrassing. No one thinks you're cool wearing a dog buttfuck shirt.
My next design is probably the most f***ed up and true thing I've ever said, which is best part of a dog, they can never say no. Look at his little face. The panic, the fear. Oh, it's gonna be hard to call the cops when you don't have thumbs, am I right? Who hasn't looked at a corgi butt and said, damn, how could I resist, Your Honor? I mean, look at it.
What the fuck?
Besides, sometimes when a man...
YMS is like, yes, I agree. YMS is just like, yes, he's speaking the truth.
Man gets lonely, and I mean real lonely. A dog can, fill the void, if you catch my drift. All it takes is some peanut butter, a locked door, and patience. Let him come to you. The trick is making him want it.
Guys, get it? The joke is that he wants to rape a dog. Now, where have I seen that before? If you unironically think this shit is amusing,
You don't want the dog
hop on
shirt?
a short bus, because you might be retarded.
No, I'm good on the dog shirt kicking. I'm good on the dog shirt.
What are you, Down syndrome? What are you, retarded?
Number 3, a life-size doll of Jace. On the surface, the Ingram family seems like your typical family vlogger channel, but they've been at the receiving end of many controversies, starting in 2018 when the dad, Chris Ingram, was accused of grooming minors. He mostly managed to get away with this scot-free despite the large amount of evidence, though other accusations have been levied regarding neglect of his children, like when he and his wife abandoned their newborn baby on a beach while they went swimming.
No. Oh no.
Same baby, Jace, became a spectacle on their channel, with the couple milking this pregnancy for all it's worth.
Of course, that's what family vlog channels do, is that they milk their kids for content. It's pathetic to see.
After the child was born, Chris and Sarah decided to sell a life-size doll of Jace.
What?
Which totally isn't creepy at all.
Esme's got a full body silicone one.
I love the full
Guys,
body.
I can't even. Oh my, it feels like a real baby. Look at her little mouth. Hello, cheeky. Oh, it's actually like a real baby.
I know, that's what I mean. It has like, it's like a full body and it has like...
It's so
This is
weird.
weird, man.
It literally feels just like a real baby.
It does, like for your Jason.
Dude, imagine being this kid and you grow up and you realize your parents sold a doll of you as a baby. Not like a cartoon doll, but like a lifelike doll of you. That's fucking insane. Jesus.
I feel that as
I'm not touching Jace right now.
It is, isn't it? I feel like...
Oh my gosh, that feels like Jace. That is
Look at
so
his
weird.
feet.
This isn't some normal baby toy that you'd buy at Walmart. This thing cost £350.
They were selling this for over $300?
Only a limited amount were sold, and I can't imagine the creepy reasons why somebody would buy this. It's clearly not meant as a toy for little girls. It was marketed as a collector's item for fans of the family channel.
This is weird.
Though when asked by BuzzFeed, Chris rejected this notion, claiming it was meant as a toy. I don't know what toys should be worth hundreds of dollars, but apparently these Ingram family fans must be incredibly wealthy to be able to look past how unsettling this doll looks.
Dude, that's fucking creepy as shit, man. Genuinely, what the fuck?
Literally everyone else had the reaction of what the fuck when this thing came out, despite Chris saying otherwise.
Number 2, the cursed Boblax plushie. In 2020,
Oh no, the Boblax plushie! Oh no!
2, the commentary YouTuber Boblax would create his own plushie in collaboration with Makeshift, which struggled to sell any copies. I wonder why. Maybe people just aren't interested in buying a neckbeard plushie of the autistic Spurg who reads tweets. He only sold like 50 copies, but it quickly caught the attention of Ethan Klein when he noticed Boblax defending him on Twitter.
I wanted to express my gratitude to Bobby, not just for the great sound drops, but for his unyielding support. And so we realized that he's selling a plushie doll, a neckbeard plushie doll, which is pretty brave to actually put this out there, don't you think? With the neckbeard and everything. And frankly, there's nothing more than I want to cuddle up with a little Bobby.
Oh god. Ethan, no.
At night to comfort me.
Ethan, no.
Neckbeard and everything. And he's sold only 56 of them, and he needs 200 more. He's tweeted out he doesn't think he's gonna hit the goal. This is so sad. Well, I'm proud and excited to announce today, in honor of our boy Boblax, who's the stalwart, most loyal fan, a defender, we are committing to buying right now. Sam is processing the order, 144 Boblex plushie dolls. Let's make this dream a reality.
Woo!
It's happening.
My boy, Bo.
And now we're gonna have 140 Bobley plushie dolls all around the office. We're gonna, who knows?
That'd be fucking terrifying. You just walk into your office and there's over 100 Boblax dolls everywhere.
What we're gonna do
everywhere you go.
But it's gonna be good. My question is, does the doll stink really bad?
Fuck, dude, I'm not stinky!
It looks like he smells from that. I mean, with peace and love, maybe it's the Disney talking. I don't want to be a dick. He doesn't look like he smells good. Am I wrong?
I smell great. I have a Scentbird sponsorship.
Sadly, Ethan did end up refunding this order, though he did keep one in his studio, becoming an iconic part of his background. Ethan's longtime rival, Keemstar, was not happy about this, thinking this was a move done to spite him. So, to one-up him, Keem claimed he wanted to buy twice as many Bobby plushies, which allowed them to be sent into production. 2 years later, after his falling out with the commentary community,
the infamous stare down. The infamous stare down.
Boblax thought he could once again leverage the H3 community to sell this new rendition of his plushie. This time it has a blue jacket and features the Mayo Monkey. Everyone knows the iconic Mayo Monkey from his second channel. However, nobody gave a shit, and these never went into production, despite how desperate he was.
Bobby is back! He's back! He's back, and he's blue. So many people over the past 2 years since I launched the original Bobby plush, ever since it became kind of like a meme and a thing online with the whole H3 and Keem drama and, you know, the Bobby being on the
And he never made the goal for this one. It's unfortunate, but this was during his whole drama, the initial drama before 111.
show. So many people have asked me, how can I get a Bobby? I want a Bobby for myself. It even got to the point where people were making bootlegs of it, and Keemstar was selling the original for $250 each, which is just insane. So I figured, hey, let me give you guys a chance to buy Bobby, but still keep the exclusivity of the old Bobby. And
yeah, I think it was just like a meme that people wanted, like the Boblax plushie, right? At least that's how it feels like at the time, you know?
You know, there to buy it.
This guy is fucking delusional, holy shit. This went so badly for him that he quickly resorted to selling pictures of his malformed penis on OnlyFans. These were spread around on Twitter during January 11th, 2025, the darkest day ending in 11. This all could have been avoided if y'all just bought this damn neckbeard plushie.
Number 1. JoJo Siwa's asbestos-filled makeup.
Asbestos? It was asbestos? What the fuck?
We have a YouTuber product so absurdly bad, it had to be recalled. Internet sensation turned worldwide laughingstock JoJo Siwa released this themed makeup set in 2019, which was quickly taken off of shelves by the FDA. They reported that it indicated the possible presence of trace amounts of asbestos fiber.
How do you do that? I feel like you have to go out of your way to get asbestos in your makeup products, right? I feel like you have to go heavily out of your way for that.
In the powdered eyeshadow element of the kit.
We have to give props to Claire's, who has responded, saying that they have voluntarily recalled the JoJo cosmetic kit out of an abundance of caution after testing by the US FDA. And of course, I mean, you guys, this comes 3 months after Claire's had already recalled 3 more products from their shelves for the same issues of asbestos.
It's pretty scary.
Is this a common issue in makeup? Women who are watching right now, is this like a common thing? There's asbestos in the makeup?
Yes.
JoJo obviously wasn't directly involved with the product's creation since she was a teenager at the time, but it's insane this even happened in the first place. The fact that something on store shelves, let alone a children's product, could have asbestos in it is concerning. And it's something that still happens. Just this year, another toy, a stretchable golden monkey, also had traces of the chemical in it. Though asbestos being found in makeup is way worse, as it's more likely to get ingested into someone's body, potentially causing cancer. Though it's still probably less fatal than listening to any of JoJo Siwa's music.
That'll be it for this video. Have a good one!
Oh god, great video by Rob's Media. Great video. Jesus Christ, man. That was that was a nice road down memory lane with Edwin, and I was not happy, but it was interesting to learn about his history regarding how he came about and everything. Shout out to Hannah for sharing out like those recent Instagram posts and the stuff about healing with Edwin. Some just creepy bullshit, man. Some creepy fucking bullshit. My god. Anyway, guys, this is Nerdy John signing out. Remember, don't be freaky. Be nerdy. Especially, don't be freaky like Edwin. Oh my god, you guys. Hang on. I almost forgot to shout out all the members. I am so sorry. I almost forgot to do that. Genuinely, I am so sorry. Wow. For professional streamer, guys. Professional streamer, I swear. First off, we gotta thank Pigeon Salad for being a Super Nerd 3, like the $10 tier, the highest tier. Thank you so much, Pigeon, for all the love and support that you show the channel. For going further beyond with your support. And then we also have the $1 tiers, which you can, the Super Nerd ones. We have Alex Films. We have Manic, Idiot King, Daniel J, Weird Collar Guy, Barrel, Anime Girls, Wookie Z, Kicking the Swede, Lady Nerd Artist, and K-Huck. Thank you all for the love and support that you show this channel, whether it's through memberships, through just watching the live streams, and interacting with chat. Okay, now I swear, this is goodbye. Take care, everyone.